is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
That's a live shot of Taft Stadium here in Oklahoma City. Welcome in to Countdown to Kickoff on the Oklahoma Sports Network. This is Eisenhower football. Eagles taking on the Northwest Classen Knights tonight, like I mentioned, here at Taft Stadium, right in the heart of Oklahoma City. So along with our production crew and my color analyst, Wayne White, my name is James Stanley, welcoming you into the broadcast. We're happy to be bringing you this production. Wayne, another tough one for Eisenhower last week. They're going to look to get back on track tonight against Classen. Classen also having a tough season. They're coming in at 1-6 to Eisenhower's 0-7. So could be an interesting game, depending on how you want to look at both teams looking to get a little bit of footing as they wind down the last several weeks of the season. So what do you think we'll be looking at tonight?
Honestly, I think between the two teams tonight, we're gonna really see, because we do have some weather coming in here after a while possibly. It's just going to be a rushing attack from both teams. With the field conditions and with the weather tonight, there's just going to be – I hope it's not going to be a sloppy game, but I think both teams, they're going to use this as an opportunity to really build towards next season and get a lot of their younger kids some good playing time, and both teams really want to win here.
You mentioned the weather. So far, we have managed to stay clear of that. I know that Oklahoma City yesterday, maybe earlier today, got hammered pretty hard. You live up in this area, so you can attest to.
Oh, absolutely.
You can attest to the rain. So us driving up from Lawton managed to avoid most of the rain all day. So we're scheduled to kick off at about 25 minutes from Taft Stadium here. So hopefully we can squeeze this entire thing in, and also we can walk back to the car and stay dry.
Absolutely.
We'll take a timeout. We've got the rest of the season schedule to discuss, plus some final scores for last night's Oklahoma Sports Network teams. This is Countdown to Kickoff and Eisenhower football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
At Arvest Bank, we believe home ownership makes families and communities stronger. Whether it's your first home, a fixer-upper, or your forever home, we're here to help put home ownership within reach. Because everyone deserves a financial partner who cares. Arvest Bank. We believe.
Firehouse Subs is stacked to satisfy. Every sub's piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and bold flavor in every bite. All served on a freshly toasted roll. Big portions, no shortcuts. Just crave-worthy subs made to truly satisfy. And at Firehouse Subs, every bite makes an impact. A portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders. Download the Firehouse Subs app and get up to $10 off your first order. Skip the line, stack the flavor, and support your local heroes. Only at Firehouse Subs. At participating U.S. restaurants. Offer valid for 1 week after account registration. Additional terms apply.
Aero Sign Company is now Fusion Sign and Design, continuing to serve all of Oklahoma and surrounding states for the past 70 years. Their focus has always been driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom work and installation to excellent service, they have the knowledge and expertise to help you along the way. And making your image stand out and last for years to come. The all-new Fusion Sign and Design. Phone 353-2227.
Landmarks. They stand as symbols, reminding us of history and moments that shape our lives. We create our own landmarks. At Becker-Raybon Funeral Home, we understand the importance of honoring these moments. Let our compassionate team help you celebrate the life and legacy of your loved one. Offering a range of services to honor the stories that matter most, we believe that every life leaves a mark that deserves to be cherished and remembered. Becker-Raybon Funeral Home, honoring the landmarks of your life.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Barres Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Barres, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Barres Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
Welcome back to Eisenhower Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Time to go over schedules, Eisenhower's remaining schedule. And our schedule sponsor, the Orchard Group by Morgan Stanley. The key to financial success is taking care of your family tree. For more information, please visit their team website or call 580-354-7475. Morgan Stanley, Smith Barney, LLC, member SIPC. So, Wayne, as we head to the final stretch for Eisenhower, obviously we're in town on the road for the last time this year. This is Eisenhower's final road test before wrapping up against Choctaw at home next week, and then the home finale, which, by the way, will be not at Cameron Stadium, but that's actually going to be at Eisenhower's new football field on the west side. So that'll be cool. I know MacArthur's already had a broadcast like that this year. Not sure about Lawton High if they've done theirs yet or not. But that last game against Grant will be at Eisenhower. So that'll be a new press box. Yeah, those new fields they did for each of the schools a couple years ago. They look really good. So I also wanted to go over the Oklahoma Sports Network family of teams and their performances from last night. But before we do that, Altus is also, in addition to Eisenhower, they're in action at Guthrie. Lawton High last night, defeated by Carl Albert 49-0. That was at Cameron Stadium in Lawton. MacArthur on the road at Newcastle. Unable to squeeze that one out last night. 41-32, MacArthur went down. So Eisenhower, the last hope for the city schools to get a win this week in week number 8. Midwest City on the road at Classen SAS. They were able to get the win 21-6. Walters over Stratford 20-6 in Class A action. Bethany, fellow Oklahoma City or OKC school, losing to Ardmore 55-36 last night down in A-Town. Cash pulling one out in overtime last night, 48-45 over Clinton. So kind of a rivalry there. About an hour north is Clinton, so they came down, and Cash has reeled off a couple wins in a row. I think they're at 3-4, and their playoff chances are still alive. So exciting for the Bulldogs last night. Del City over Tahlequah 42-14. The Elgin Owls, state champions from last season in 5A over Douglas 56-0, and the Owls just continue to roll along. I'm not sure they've lost a game this year, and we know they went undefeated last year.
Just dominant on all aspects of the field.
Yeah, just absolutely incredible that Elgin has grown to 5A. It's from when I was in school and you were in school. I mean, it's just amazing where they've come. Very, very, very impressive job by the coaching staff in Elgin. And our final game on the Oklahoma Sports Network family of teams, Jones was able to get the win over Mount St. Mary's last night, 50-20. So we're inside the press box here at Taft Stadium. There are some ceremonies going on the field as we speak. We're counting down about 18 minutes to kickoff, so we'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll get our keys to the game from Wayne and myself. This is Eisenhower Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth. helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Lawton's premier full-service garden center is Bedrock Nursery at 1802 Northwest 67th Street. Serving all of Southwest Oklahoma since 1994, they are your source for homegrown bedding plants and offer a wide range of services, including landscape design and installation. They are your full-service garden center. Bedrock Nursery, 1802 Northwest 67th Street in Lawton. Bedrock Nursery. Come see the difference.
Check out the new Westside Ace Hardware and Carpet One. Our huge showroom is filled with the latest in home flooring and stocked with all your project needs. Come in today and see what you've been missing. The new Westside Ace Hardware and Carpet One, directly behind Wayne's Drive-In on Cash Road. Experience the new Westside Carpet One. Our showroom is filled with the latest floor covering and interior design trends, and our experienced staff will make your satisfaction a priority. The all-new Westside Carpet One, behind Wayne's Drive-In on Cash Road.
So, not real big on paying bank fees? Well, that's okay. It means you're smart with your money and you know how to get a good deal. You're a credit union kind of person, and Communication Federal is your kind of credit union. In fact, Pay Me Checking puts real money right into your account when you use your Visa debit card, online or in stores. Pay Me Checking, the free account that pays you only from Communication Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back to Eisenhower Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Time now for the keys to the game. Brought to you by Subway at 50th and Lee in Lawton. Enjoy a fresh-made 6-inch sub of the day, drink, and either chips or 2 cookies for $6.99. Your Eisenhower headquarters at 50th and Lee in Lawton, right down from the high school. Now that's Subway, our keys to the game sponsor. So while we were away for the last couple minutes, the rain has begun, and I would venture to say it's not a sprinkle. It's a pretty steady downpour. And despite that, we've got the senior night festivities going on the field as we speak. So the players and their families, troopers for standing out there in the rain. So, Wayne, other than the rain, obviously, and trying to not let the elements affect the teams tonight, give me your keys to the game for Eisenhower.
I feel like tonight for Eisenhower, it's going to come down to the O-line. With the weather being the way it is, the ball is going to be wet. It's going to be slippery. We need them to open up running lanes and just really hold strong against this Classen defense and allow Tellis Weaver to just get yards. That's what it's going to take tonight. Ball control is going to be everything. I don't think we're going to have much of a passing game tonight from either team. So, again, coming down to that, it's going to be our offensive line allowing Weaver to get open in the field and our defense not allowing Classen to do the same thing to us.
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, Eisenhower hasn't had a ton of success passing the ball this season, but even the short stuff that they were attempting when we were at Piedmont last week, I don't know how much of that you're going to see tonight either. like you said, it's, a lot tougher to hold on to the ball when it's wet. And, some of those sideways passes, those can get to be backwards passes, which, if they're not caught, can turn into turnovers really quickly. And as you previously mentioned, that's the one thing Eisenhower can't afford tonight, is to turn the ball over. Clean possessions, and even if you've got to punt it, just get the snap off, get the punt up, and get down on defense and try and make your hay there. And, like you said, with the elements, might be an opportunity for Eisenhower to force some turnovers tonight, which they haven't done a ton of the last several weeks either.
I have no doubt tonight we're going to see at least a few turnovers. We know both these teams have struggled all year with keeping the ball and getting points. But when we say that, I honestly think that, it might be one of those deals where, we talked last week that when we were down a little bit against Piedmont that we needed to start getting a little trickery going. It might be nice if the rain does cut up for just a little bit. Maybe if we can get Weaver going, maybe Giles can actually get some of those out flat passes and get 5 or 10 yards, because tonight it's going to come down to who is better on second and third down. That it's just guaranteed with the way these teams play. It's going to be fantastic to see how these kids react to this type of environment.
Right. Well, and I think also for Eisenhower's sake, how they perform on first down too. You know what I mean? They've got to stay ahead of the chains. Too many penalties last week. Too many plays for loss last week where they might have a little success on first down and then a penalty on second down and then something happened on third down, and all of a sudden, instead of 2nd and 4, it's turned into 4th down and 21. Got to keep yourself out of situations like that tonight. And I know that's obviously easier said than done, but I think, like you mentioned, if the offensive line can set up the run game a little bit, both these teams have struggled. I mean, there's no secret there. Classen's got 1 win on the year. They're 1-6. Eisenhower, obviously, we know is 0-7. But, the kids are going to come out and they're going to fight hard on both sides, we know. And so, yeah, it'll just be interesting to see how that works tonight. But maybe a chance for Eisenhower to get some momentum going on offense heading into their last couple games of the season. So we'll take a timeout, and when we come back, we'll have the starting lineups brought to you by House of Honor Frames and Gifts. You're listening to Eisenhower Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Step into the best chapter of your life, one with rheumatology care from a provider who focuses on your well-being and getting you back to what matters most. Dr. Shahzad is dedicated to building long-lasting relationships based on trust and medical integrity with every single patient. Schedule your telemedicine appointment today. Don't let rheumatoid arthritis or other inflammatory conditions stop you from enjoying life. MMG, the power of many for the benefit of one.
Power Services, the power of quality and comfort, servicing all of Southwest Oklahoma and the surrounding area for the past 40 years. Offering the best service for heating and air for both residential and commercial, geothermal systems, electrical services, and generators are their specialty. Give them a call for all of your heating, air, and electrical needs. Experience the power of quality and comfort with Power Services of Southwest Oklahoma. Give them a call today at 580-875-3645. That's 580-875-3645.
Lawton Fort Sill Regional Airport, just 1 mile to anywhere, offering non-stop service to Dallas-Fort Worth. Fast, friendly, and convenient without all the hassles. Easy parking, and with close proximity to your arrivals and departures, all in their newly renovated terminal. Here to there in just 1 mile. To book your mile to anywhere destination from LAW, log on to AA.com. or call 800-433-7300.
Lawton Community Health Center is a place for babies, kids like me, and even teenagers. Nice people are there to help you when you're hurt or you just don't feel good. And even if you do, they give you medicine so you don't get sick and physicals so you can play sports. I'm happy to know they'll be there when I need them. And my mom is too.
LCHC, your hometown healthcare.
Rule number 6, be the truck authority. That's the Billingsley way. At Billingsley, we're proud to offer hundreds of Ford trucks for your selection. And if you know a thing or two about saving money, we bet you know Billingsley.
I'm Grant Billingsley, and that's the Billingsley way. Tayco Roofing now offers free instant quotes. Just go to taycoroofing.com and click free instant quote. Enter your address and click see my price. Roof repair doesn't have to be stressful. Get a free instant quote and trust Tayco.
Welcome back to Eisenhower Football. This is the Oklahoma Sports Network. My name is James Stanley alongside Wayne White. We're here to bring you the game at Taft Stadium in Oklahoma City. Eisenhower Eagles on the road taking on the Northwest Classen Knights. And we're going to go ahead and give you the starting lineups for the Eisenhower offense and the defense as the senior night festivities have wrapped up. The rain has also let up, so it's not like it was a couple minutes ago. It looked like it was going to get ugly and stay that way. Thankfully, like I said, it's just a little bit of a sprinkle and letting up, as you can see on the screen. The scoreboard with the Eagles and Classen helmets facing each other. We're about 5-6 minutes away from getting this thing underway. So without further ado, it's time for the starting lineups. Brought to you by House of Honor Frames and Gifts. They turn memories into masterpieces. Go see them for all your custom framing and personalized gifts, located in the Cash Road Square between Harbor Freight and Planet Fitness. That's House of Honor Frames and Gifts, and we're happy to have them as our starting lineup sponsors tonight. So for the Eagles on offense, number 63, Nicholas Camarillo playing left tackle. Number 11, Amir Giles playing quarterback. Your center, Tyler Shootman, number 76. Nicholas Bryn, number 51, playing right guard. Christopher Garland, the right tackle, wearing number 56. Number 88, Davion Brewer at your X receiver. Number 13, Joshua Williams at the H receiver. Number 82, Timothy Green at the Z receiver position. Your fullback, Jake Herbert, wearing number 45. And at left guard, Omar with 2 R's, Phillips, number 65. And, of course, your tailback, number 28, Tellis Weaver.
And for your Eisenhower Eagles defense tonight, we have number 3, Lawan Clark playing guard. We have number 5, Ricky Womack playing nose. Number 99, Raymond Bookman playing tackle. Number 21, Ezekiel Moreland is going to be playing linebacker. Also at linebacker, Davion Howard, number 24. Linebacker Kylan Hadley, number 15. Dexter Jackson, linebacker, number 41. Number 9, Messiah Vaney at cornerback. Number 7, Cervantes Ferguson at strong safety. Number 25, Dakir Bagby at free safety. And lining out the defense is number 4, Deontay Johnson, also playing cornerback.
All right, thank you, Wayne. So that's your Eisenhower offensive and defensive starters for the evening. I could see the Eagles coming out of the locker room, and they're about to run on the field. When we come back, should be right about time for the coin toss and the kickoffs. This is Eisenhower Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Home Tech Solutions is your dependable contractor for heating, AC, and electrical services for your home or business. They're the ones to rely on with over 30 years experience, and they are 100% locally owned and operated. They see to it to take care of your comfort, offering everything from insulation to maintenance and servicing all brands in the greater Southwest Oklahoma area. Make sure you see them first for all your HVAC and electrical needs. Give them a call today, 580-919-0328. That's 580-919-0328.
Hey guys, I'm Will, the CEO of Foxhole, the military B&B platform, and we're honored to partner with OSN to support Oklahoma high school sports.
Hi, I'm Spencer Colossus, the founder of Foxhole. We built this platform specifically for you, the military community, designed to reimburse official travel and support all your personal travel needs.
But hey guys, if there's one thing I can give you for my time, it would be this to the players and coaches. To give anything less than your best is to sacrifice the gift.
Prepared for summer? We are.
Keep your air conditioner ready with a Miller Noble Heating and Air Maintenance Plan. We service all makes and models from Bryant, Carrier, and Lennox. Just need a repair? We can do that. Can't pay for it all at once? We offer financing plans too. Is it time to replace your old system? We offer free estimates on new systems. Click or call today and stay comfortable with Miller Noble Heating and Air.
Power Services, the power of quality and comfort, servicing all of Southwest Oklahoma and the surrounding area for the past 40 years. Offering the best service for heating and air for both residential and commercial, geothermal systems, electrical services, and generators are their specialty. Give them a call for all of your heating, air, and electrical needs. Experience the power of quality and comfort with Power Services of Southwest Oklahoma. Give them a call today at 580-875-3645. That's 580-875-3645.
These hands have seen a lot. They've treated wounds and cured diseases, kept their fingers on the pulse of innovation and technology, pushed the boundaries of what's possible. These hands have mended families and held communities together. But it's our hearts that drive our unparalleled dedication, expertise, and healing. That's why we're here.
Welcome back to Eisenhower Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. You're looking at the coin toss, and that's senior LaJuan Clark for the Eagles as their captain. Classen, now they do have the four gentlemen that are meeting up with Clark in the middle of the field. However, they are flanked behind them out of camera shot by what looks to be the entire senior class of the football players. So kind of a cool night. On senior night for Northwest Classen, they get to all be captains. So we will await the referee's instructions to the players and let you know what's going on there. Eisenhower clad tonight in their Eagle blue, Columbia blue pants, which I have been recommending. All white's a good look, but the blue pants, white jerseys with the light blue helmets, and then Classen, obviously, as you can see on your screen. Kind of a fade, like a fade color from the gold into the purple up top. So it's an interesting look for the Knights. So it looks like Eisenhower is going to be headed north to the north end of the field. Classen will be making their way south. And I believe I think Eisenhower's going to kick off. Is that correct? Yeah, that's what we saw. So the Eagles will be kicking off first. As the first quarter is ready to get started, the rain has started again. Looks like it's coming down a little bit harder than it was a couple minutes ago. So I feel like it's probably going to be off and on light, Wayne. I don't think we're going to. Yeah. I don't think it's going to stop and dry up, and that's just going to be the end of it. I think it'll.
We couldn't get that lucky.
No, probably not. It's going to be with us for the duration of the contest, I think. So here come the Northwest Classen Knights out of the locker room and onto the field. Pretty sparse crowd on both sides tonight. Obviously, you can see Eisenhower's got some fans that made the trip from Lawton, but even on the home side, not a lot of people wanting to brave the elements. There could be some people, too, under the tunnels watching kind of from the exits, maybe waiting for the rain to stop while they watch until they can take their seats. But so the clock is set at 12, and we are just awaiting the kickoff. Referees are summoning the teams onto the field, and here we go. So this is Eisenhower football, the 8th game of the year. The Eagles on the road here at Taft Stadium taking on the Northwest Classen Knights. As I mentioned earlier, Eisenhower looking for their first win on the season. Northwest Classen looking for what would only be their second win on the year. So 1-6 versus 0-7. So here we go. Could be a lot of fun. Eisenhower's kicker getting ready to boot it north, if you will.
While we're waiting for this kickoff to come, I do believe tonight, with this rain and everything else, we might be, in for a treat when it comes to just good old-fashioned football in the rain, kind of cold a little bit with the wind. Should be a fantastic evening.
No, this is definitely a night that feels like fall for sure, and fall, as we know, means football. So just awaiting the kickoff, and we have foot to leather. The game is underway. Classen takes it at the 5. He's going to cut it outside. There's an Eagle there ready to make the tackle. He'll shove him out of bounds just outside the 30, actually right at the 30-yard line. So that's where Northwest Classen will take over on their first possession, 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line.
Jordan Jackson on that kick return there. He looked like he had a hole, but luckily Eisenhower closed it up fairly quickly and didn't let him get too many yards.
Jackson, a little bit of jack of all trades for Classen. Looks like he's their quarterback as well. Is that? Yeah, I'm correct on that.
He's listed at quarterback, and also he plays cornerback for the
There
Knights.
You go. And obviously, as you just saw, returned the kickoff. So 1st and 10 from the 30. Classen sends a man in motion. Quarterback takes the snap. He is going to fire downfield, and there is a penalty. That's going to be a false start. So that's going to back Classen up 5. We'll mark them 1st down and 15 from their own 25-yard line.
The Knights there just got way too excited trying to get that play off.
You know it. I mean, he took that snap, took one step back, and he just fired that thing down the field. I'm not quite sure that – I think it would have been overthrown had the play resulted in its completion, but it was blown dead before. The receiver heard the whistle and didn't really run the route out, so we'll never know if it would have been caught, but I think it was going to be overthrown. There's the give around the outside, and he's going to be mowed down, so didn't quite get back to the original line of scrimmage. A pickup of about 3 yards. That's going to move it up to about the 27-yard line, 28-yard line.
Let's see how this Eisenhower defense holds up against what I believe the Knights are going to be doing tonight is just running the ball. Their running back is good for about 100 yards a game.
That's Trell Parks. Second down snap. He does fire it outside. Eagles are there. Can they catch him? He gets around the corner, but he will be taken down short of the first down. So that's going to bring up 3rd and about 4 yards. Let's see if Eisenhower's defense can get them off the field.
Eisenhower was not ready there for a pass. I think it was going to be a delayed handoff is what our D-line thought it was going to be. But obviously they threw that out to the flat and got some good positive yardage for the Knights.
The scoreboard down in distance is not working here at Taft Stadium. At least there's nothing on it right now. So fortunately for our OSN viewers, my man Braden has you taken care of. 3rd down and 4 for Northwest Classen. Direct snap. He's going to take it around the end. Tackled. Good pursuit by the Eisenhower defense, but I think the running back was able to pick that up by about a yard. So that'll be a 1st down for Northwest Classen.
Yeah, that Knight offensive line there just pushed our defensive line right out of the way and allowed them to pick up about 5 yards.
Right. Good pursuit on the outside by the linebacking crew from Eisenhower, but they just got there a little bit too late. So Classen, as I mentioned, will have a 1st down from their own 41-yard line. On their first possession of the game.
Knights sending in some substitutions, it looks like.
Quarterback drops back to pass, and again, the play is stopped. That's going to be a timeout for Classen.
Classen coach did not like what he saw there. Immediate timeout.
No, they looked like they were in disarray, to be honest. So
I think the substitutions they were trying to run in and out might have really just messed them up right there.
No, they were getting late. The play clock was inside of 10 seconds, and they were still running people on and off the field. So didn't look like they were probably going to get that play off. And coaching staff realized that, took the timeout. It's our second week in a row from the press box. We have a view of Devon Tower, by the way, Wayne.
Beautiful.
See, a
brick
little bit
town,
closer.
Oklahoma City.
Yeah, a little bit closer than it was at Piedmont last week. It was off in the distance, but, man, you can still see that thing from just about anywhere it seems in the metro area. You can pick it up.
I can tell you I'd rather have our weather we had last week with the wind versus this darkness.
Yeah,
and this
75 and windy is, what is it, about 55 degrees outside now. It's getting, like you said, it is starting to resemble fall here in Oklahoma City on this October Friday. Eagles set up 1st and 10 for Northwest Classen. They've got the ball. Pass slant in. That's well played. And as soon as I say it, they're going to throw the flag. He may have got there a little bit early, I believe.
I believe that was Cervantes Ferguson might have got there just a hair too early.
I thought it was well played.
As did I.
And that's not that's not our Eagle bias showing. I mean, the ball was overthrown, first of all, but, I mean, Cervantes had that knocked down, I guess is my point. But made contact a little too soon. The ref didn't like it, so that's going to be another first down for Northwest Classen.
And like we said in the pregame, we knew penalties were going to come and be a huge part of this game, so let's hope that the refs let them play.
Yeah, that's 2 penalties so far, 1 for each team. However, I feel like that one probably much more costly for Eisenhower. There's the give up the middle, and that's going to be a gang tackle, but not before a gain of just about 4 yards, so that's going to bring up 2nd down and 6.
Looked like LaJuan Clark, number 3 for the Eagles, was the first one in on that tackle.
Yeah, it was good pursuit. 6 yards for Classen to go. Let's see if Eisenhower can either force a really, really long field. I don't know from here. I don't know if Classen's – let's just say this. Watching warm-ups, I'm not positive Classen's kicker has range from outside of about the – they probably need to get the ball as close to the 20 as possible.
I would have to agree with that.
Man in motion. The give short pass out, and that is going to be excellent pursuit by the Eagle defense. They're not fooled at all that time, as both an outside linebacker and a secondary player able to come in and put him on the Classen receiver on the ground right as he catches the ball.
And that receiver, it was Jordan Jackson, the gentleman we talked about in pregame about being the jack of all trades. There he is catching the reception out of the backfield.
So he's listed at quarterback.
He's listed.
Have we seen him take a snap at quarterback
yet?
Or is he okay? All right, I was just wondering. Classen's jerseys are not the easiest to see from up here. It's basically purple on purple with yellow trim. So we're doing our best. Wayne is especially to bring you player information. Quarterback drops back to pass. He's going to fire one deep. He's got a receiver open. The ball's caught at the 15. And he's taken down at the 3-yard line, but not before a huge gain in the passing game for Northwest Classen.
There goes Classen showing us up, saying, we talked about, hey, it's going to be a running game, and their quarterback there threw a perfect strike to a wide-open receiver down there.
Yeah, listen, the first long pass they tried, they got a penalty on. The second one, they had to call a timeout when the quarterback had already thrown it. So now, finally, he gets to unleash one, and this one, it took a while to get there. The receiver had to slow down to get to it. That ball kind of hung in the air, but he was able to catch it and take it in. We'll see. Eisenhower's defense stiffens, and there is a fumble on the field. Are they going to say his forward momentum was stopped? Are they going to give Eisenhower the ball? They are. That's an Eagle turnover. So after a massive pass play, what an unbelievable turn of events there. The Eisenhower defense comes up huge at the goal line.
And that's exactly what Eisenhower needed. It seemed like Classen was wanting to do whatever they wanted. They had some confusion earlier in the series. They had just had that huge pass play, and here comes Eisenhower forcing the fumble, turning the tide of the game early in the first quarter.
That's massive. So for the Eagles, that's turnover number 1. That drive summary, 8 plays all the way down to the 2-yard line for the Knights. And you look at the scoreboard, and there's still 0 on there's still 0 on the board. So frustration for them turns into celebration for the Eagles. And they'll take over the ball, backed up to their own end zone, and now Eisenhower's going to call a timeout.
You got to be wondering why on both teams tonight there is so much confusion when it comes to just getting plays off.
Yeah, I don't know. This has been strange. I mean, we've barely played. Well, I guess we are nearing the end. Is that right? Nearing the end of the first quarter?
That's for the timeout.
Oh, I was going to say, there's no way.
No, we've got about 7 minutes left in the
There
first
is
quarter.
no way one drive took up an entire quarter. But, yeah. Okay, that's the time remaining on the timeout.
Yeah, I would understand if the stands were full and it was a very loud venue, but something to keep an eye on. Let's see if timeouts become an issue as we get closer to halftime.
It's Eisenhower Timeout, sponsored by Ace Hardware. Shop at Ace Hardware, 6902 Northwest Cache Road in Lawton, 73505 for all of your grilling, hardware, home improvement, and lawn and garden tools, etc. Anything for the outside of your home, you can find it at Ace Hardware, and we appreciate them sponsoring that Eagle Timeout. And so we are ready to line up. The referee will move back from the line, I think. Maybe.
Well, we've still got Classen's coaches discussing something with one of the refs around the 25-yard line.
Well, he seems sufficiently satisfied with whatever response the referee gave him. So we're ready to get back underway. 7:27 left in the first quarter. Eisenhower nothing, Northwest Classen nothing. It's Eagle ball at about the 3-yard line. Take the snap direct to Giles. He's going to fire a pass out, and that's going to go nowhere. Receiver's helmet comes off in the end zone. He was held up by one defender before being absolutely gang tackled and hammered by another one. So
yeah, Giles threw that out to number 81, Adrian Kosaka, and he was just met immediately by Northwest Classen.
Looked to me like the receiver didn't realize which side the other receiver was attempting to block the defender. He kind of shuffled, and by the time he did that, that play was dead. So second down and around 11 for Eisenhower from their own 2-yard line. There's the give. Up the middle, he's got some room and a little bit of breathing room. Eisenhower takes the ball outside past the 10-yard line to right around the 11. Actually, they're going to mark that right about the 11. So trying to get out of the shadow of their own goal line. Did a good job there getting that run up the middle.
Definitely getting just a little bit of breathing room for Giles. Let him calm down a little bit, maybe sling another pass here.
He takes a snap. It's going to be another run. This one not going much of anywhere. So the Eagles on fourth down are going to have to punt from deep in their own territory. Classen should get pretty good field position here.
Another handoff simply up the middle to Weaver. Didn't have anywhere to go.
So the Eisenhower punter about 3 yards deep in their own end zone. Takes the snap. He's going to be able to get that one away. Good punt. That's going to drive the Classen return man back past, and he is hit, and he is going to lose another. He's still fighting, and Eisenhower takes him down. We'll see where they mark that. They may give him forward progress up to near. No, they're going to mark it at the 47 of Classen. So considering where Eisenhower kicked that from, not a terrible outcome for their defense, Wayne.
No, Jordan Jackson on that kick return for the Classen Knights, and then he was met by Ferguson, number 7 for the Eagles, yet again showing, he's just a junior, but the kid is all over the field every time the ball is snapped.
1st and 10 for Classen. Ball thrown 47. Snap goes over the head. There's a penalty flag again. The refs inserting themselves into the action tonight for sure. They are making their presence felt. Oh, it's offside? Oh, a false start. So that's going to move their offense back 5. That'll put them 1st and 15 from their own 42-yard line. 5:15 to go here in the first quarter. We are at Taft Stadium, right in the heart of Oklahoma City. Eighth game of the year for the Eisenhower Eagles, looking for their first win. Defense has been up to the challenge so far. Let's see if they can get another stop here. There's the give right up the middle, and he is slammed down immediately by the pressure of the defensive line. That was outstanding pursuit by the Ike D line.
Number 5, Ricky Womack, came in and just laid the boom on the running back for Classen.
As my son would say, he got boomsticked. So here comes the Classen offense. QB in the shotgun. Pressure. Fires it downfield. And a perfect pass. Caught at the 30. And he is going to house it. Touchdown, Northwest Classen.
That was freshman wide receiver Karan Abdul Aziz for Classen on that reception.
So Classen will set up for the extra point. Eisenhower makes a great play on first down, but they let the receiver get behind him on that one, and you can't do that. And Northwest Classen takes the lead 6-0, pending the extra point.
Looks like more confusion for Classen.
Yeah, they trot a man off field. Here we go. Snap down. Kick is up, and it is good. So timeout on the field. We'll take it with him. This is Eisenhower football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Through life's trials, Liberty National Bank has been with you all the way, listening, embracing your goals, working together with you to build the business you want or the life you want. We've supported our neighbors and local businesses for over a century, always putting people first. For you, we're in the banking business. For you, we're here. Liberty National Bank, with you all the way.
Welcome back to Eisenhower football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. So Classen will be kicking off, and that kickoff brought to you by Wayne's Drive-In in Lawton, with 2 locations to serve you. The one on Sheridan and then the one on the west side on Cash Roads. We appreciate them sponsoring our kickoffs this year. Let's go to Wayne's. So Classen with the kick, and they are going to run an onside kick. They are going to recover that. And it's their ball. It's their ball. I'm not sure what Eisenhower was doing on that, to be quite honest. I mean, that looked pretty – I mean, you could tell what he was going to do.
Yes. No,
it shouldn't have been a surprise is my point.
I was wondering if it actually did go its 10 yards, but the ref said that it did. So now Classen will take over again on offense after a successful onside kick that the Eagles had – for whatever reason, had no idea was coming, even though we up here in the booth did.
So Classen takes over 1st and 10 from midfield. Quarterback in the shotgun. Lineman calling out instructions. He's going to drop back, and he's going to throw it again. This time, receiver runs up the back of the defender, falls down. No call on the play, which I think is the correct call.
That was absolutely the right call. He simply just ran into the Eisenhower player and fell down. There was no malicious intent there.
No, the Eisenhower defensive back had his head turned back looking for the football, and he's got as much right to, make an attempt on the ball as anybody, and you're right. Receiver just kind of ran right up the back, right up his back and fell down. So 2nd down and 10 from midfield again. 4:20 left in the first quarter. Quarterback takes the snap, the give around the right side. That's going to be good for about 4 yards. Could be 5. They're going to mark him just shy of the 45. So another 3rd down opportunity for the Eisenhower defense, Wayne.
Let's see where if they can come up with this one. Not allow another huge pass play that led to the touchdown for Classen just a few moments ago. You got to feel like the Eagles are reeling right now after that quick onside kick, and defense is right back out on the field.
Yeah. No, they just gave up a big play and really no time to get to really no time to sit down and kind of go over things, kind of get your head right. The offense didn't even have a chance to come off the field, or back onto the field, I should say. 3rd and 5. They're going to try and run it around the edge. Oh, no holding on that. I can't believe that. If not a hold, a block in the back. Eisenhower unable to make the stop, and Classen takes the pitch around the left side for another first down.
Yeah, it did absolutely
they missed that
look
one.
like a block in the back
yeah.
by Classen.
Well, 3:23 left in the first quarter. First quarter tonight sponsored by the Lawton Fraternal Order of Police, the Fraternal Order of Police, Lodge number 98, and the Lawton Police Officers Association. Proudly serving the Lawton community and supporting all athletics. We appreciate the Lawton FOP sponsoring our first quarter tonight. Shotgun snap, receiver not ready for the pass on first down, so that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Classen Knights.
I believe there was actually a timeout called on the field by
Did they get the timeout?
The coach,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. Everything's been happening last minute tonight, so this has been kind of a strange first quarter, dominated by dead ball fouls, penalties,
odd
timeouts.
Yeah.
Strange timeouts. So with that timeout, again, want to mention our timeout sponsor, Ace Hardware. Shop at Ace, 6902 Northwest Cache Road, Lawton, Oklahoma, 73505 for all of your grilling, hardware, home improvement, lawn and garden, and tool needs. Ace Hardware, your place for all of those things. Anytime I go into Ace, I always end up looking at the grills for 15 minutes.
I'm glad you're only there for 15 minutes.
Well,
stuck for about 30 minutes going,
no, I know.
Do I need the green egg? Do I need the Traeger?
Yep, yeah. What about a Blackstone? I kind of like to cook on a flat top. Yeah, exactly.
Texting the wife saying, hey, I think I need to buy a grill.
Exactly. First down and 10 for the Knights as just under 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. Eisenhower runs a late defensive player onto the field. They are ready. Man in motion. Snap. He's going to fire back to the left side of the field. That ball reached up for it, not caught. So that's going to be out of bounds.
Great job by the Eagles player, not pushing off, just turning around, letting the receiver have his chance to get the ball and not getting another silly penalty called on us.
Yeah, played the man and then played the ball. That's the way you want to do it. Don't forget, part of our Oklahoma Sports Network family, Altus taking on Guthrie tonight in addition, and you can catch that game later on the OSN network. There's the give over the right side. Going to pick up, right around 2 yards.
Seems like Classen's trying to lull our defense into a little bit of maybe just making sure that they think that it's only going to be runs here. It's insane to me how Ike is responding to these runs, and I believe that's what's opening up Classen for these long balls. You know, they've missed a few.
They've played the run pretty well, in my opinion, though. I mean, they haven't gashed him for a huge one. So, I mean, I think they've been seems like they're mostly ready for it. Quarterback takes the snap. Oh, he fires one deep, and that's going to be intercepted by the Eagles. The ball was deflected. He's taking it back up the sideline. He's out to the 40, and there comes another penalty flag onto the field. I feel like that's going to be on the Eisenhower Eagles, I think, after the interception occurred, but during the play. So Eisenhower should have the ball. I think we're going to get a personal foul.
Cervantes Ferguson on that interception.
Great pursuit. I couldn't tell if the quarterback's pass was deflected by his own offensive lineman's helmet or the hand of the defender, but great awareness by Cervantes. That was a great pick and another turnover for Eisenhower just when you think the Knights are they're going to pick the flag up. First down, Eisenhower. There you go. So Eisenhower ball, finally, good field position for the Eagles, and let's see what they can do with it from right around their own 37-yard line.
Yeah, James, I had a very good view of when Cervantes, after he was going down after he got that interception, and I didn't see anything that was worthy of a flag. I don't know if it came from the backfield, so I don't know if the ref maybe thought there was a hold or something silly, but the flag did get pulled up, and here we go.
Yeah, coming from the area that it did, it looked to me like that was going to be on Eisenhower, but they clearly waved it off. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles from their own 38-yard line, actually. Giles, the quarterback, in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left. So the give around the outside. He cuts back up the middle, so that's going to be a gain of about 4 yards on first down. Going to bring up 2nd down and 6 for Eisenhower. So good start. Let's see if they can stay in front of the chains.
Tellis Weaver on the carry. Churned and got 4 yards.
I feel like they can have success with that tonight.
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
4 yards
line.
at a time, keep their defense fresh and off the field, just continue to run the football. I think that's can be successful. So another carry, he's going to pick up, another couple. Looks like he's out to the 31, another carry by Tellis Weaver.
Weaver has definitely been one of the bright spots on this Eagles team this year.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and 2 for Eisenhower. The give up the middle, he's struggling, and that is going to be really close. I believe he's got enough, and they're going to give it to him. That's going to be 1st down Eisenhower out to their own 49-yard line. Looking to cross midfield for the first time this evening. So that was a great, tough run.
Absolutely, and it's like you said, let's get this running game going. You know, what else can we say about Weaver? The kid, he's great. He sees the field.
Giles drops back to pass, Fires it out to the right side.
He was looking for Joshua Williams, number 13, out there, and I think Williams just simply slipped just a little bit.
Pass looked a little bit behind him, and it could have been, like you said, because he fell down. Not a ton of rain falling right now, but it has been, and so the field is still very wet. Giles in the shotgun. 2nd down and 10 for the Eagles. He takes the snap. He drops back. He's got a man over the middle, just airmailed that one. And receiver not thrilled. Joshua Williams was wide open.
Yeah.
He had his man
Williams
absolutely.
Is 6'2",
yeah.
So that was way overthrown.
Yeah. If he had his man beat, and he knew it. So just calm the arm down a little bit and see if we can complete that one next time. That's going to bring up 3rd down and long, unfortunately for Eisenhower, from their own 49-yard line. They're going to need 10 yards to keep this drive going. Shotgun snap to Giles. He is going to fire deep. A lot of contact. I'm not sure what you're looking at there. But no call from the officials, and so Eisenhower is going to have 4th down. I don't know if they just don't go for it right here, to be honest with you. Other than the long ball, Northwest Classen hasn't had a ton of success on offense. And, you may get lucky here and complete a pass and get it to someone quickly, give him some room to run, and maybe they make a play.
And these Eagles receivers are getting open. It's just simply either Giles is throwing it just a little too short,
right,
or just overthrowing.
Yeah. They are going to indeed go for it from their own 49. Giles takes the snap, fires. That ball incomplete, hit as soon as it got there. Another attempt to Joshua Williams. Unable to convert, so the defense will, in fact, come back onto the field for the Eagles. 1 first down for Eisenhower, however, and
even
at least
Williams
the defense
had
get a little.
That, he was going to get surrounded by Classen.
18 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Again, our first quarter sponsor, we want to thank the Lawton Fraternal Order of Police, the Fraternal Order of Police Lodge number 98, and the Lawton Police Officers Association, proudly serving the Lawton community and supporting all our athletics. So Eisenhower's defense back on the field, trailing 7-0. Northwest Classen takes the snap. They're going to drop back to pass. Another deep one. Eisenhower ready for this one. The ball up and incomplete. Well played. You had 2 Eisenhower defenders in the area, both of them looking back for the ball to make a play on it. That's a good stop on first down for Ike.
And honestly, that is the exact same play that Classen has ran about 5 times now, only converting 2 of them, thankfully. But Eisenhower has got to get people over here on the left side of the field and really protect against that.
Wayne, if I told you that there were 2 flags on the field, would you be shocked?
Honestly, after the way this first quarter has gone, I would say no, James. I would not be shocked.
These guys, what is going on? I'm not seeing what they're seeing. Obviously, we're following the play, but did they pick that up? They haven't moved the football at all.
They picked one of them up.
They're going to call roughing the passer on Eisenhower. And they're going to call ineligible receiver downfield on Northwest Classen. Those penalties will offset, and we will replay first down.
Each team has gotten tons of penalties this first quarter, and I'm not really sure how you can fix some of these penalties that each team is doing.
You got to clean it up. So, again, 1st and 10. The give up the middle. Classen, boom, first time that Classen has really gashed Eisenhower on the ground, and they account for about 9 yards right there.
Classen's running back simply just lowered his head and shoulder and knocked about 3 Eagles backwards on that.
He did. That was a tough run. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. We'll take a timeout. This is Eisenhower Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Through life's trials, Liberty National Bank has been with you all the way, listening, embracing your goals, working together with you to build the business you want or the life you want. We've supported our neighbors and local businesses for over a century, always putting people first. For you, we're in the banking business. For you, we're here. Liberty National Bank, with you all the way.
Welcome back to Taft Stadium in Oklahoma City. You're watching Eisenhower football. Eagles taking on the Northwest Classen Knights. Eisenhower trailing 7-0 as we head into the second quarter. I want to remind you, you can watch on the go with our phone apps or at home by downloading the Oklahoma Sports Network off of Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search for the Oklahoma Sports Network and find us on all social media platforms. 1st and 10, actually 2nd and 1 for Northwest, and they're going to get it. It will be 1st and 10 now as the second quarter gets underway.
Another good hard run right up the middle by the Classen offense.
Long huddle for the Knights.
Very long huddle.
They break it now. Quarterback in the shotgun. Motioning a receiver to the left. He'll take the snap. Extra blockers on that side. Cuts around the left side. Well played by Ike. That was very drawn out, but never lost contain on the edge. Able to get him out of bounds for a minimal gain.
Good coverage pursuit there by the Eagles. Didn't allow number 15 for Classen, their big running back, to get anything other than just a couple of yards.
Second quarter sponsored tonight, Pam and Barry from Remax. Nobody sells more real estate than Pam and Barry with Remax. They're not bragging. They are just applying for a job. Give them a call at 580-248-8800 in Lawton. We thank them for being our second quarter sponsor tonight. As Classen takes the snap, another run around the right side. Looks like this is either going to be a hold on Classen or another motion penalty.
I was just about to say, James, guess what? Another flag.
Oh. It's going to be a long night if we're stopping the game every other play for a penalty. But if they're committing them, then I guess you have to call them.
Refs taking the time to come here with this call.
Doing a lot of pointing, but not letting us know what the penalty is.
Classen's moving back, so I do believe that's going to be on them.
Yes, that's 5 yards. It's going to be a procedural penalty, not holding. So that's going to make it 2nd and 10 now for Classen. Quarterback takes a snap, quick out to the left, immediately dropped after a gain of 2. Excellent pursuit by Eisenhower's defense.
Toss that out to, again, Jordan Jackson for Classen. But he was met with 2 Eagles defenders.
Eisenhower's played that play well. Classen's tried that quick out a couple times, and it hasn't really gone for much on any of the attempts.
Outside of the 2 long throws, Classen really hasn't been able to do a whole lot tonight, and that goes to show you that Eisenhower's defense is really stepping up tonight.
Yeah, they came to play. Another throw and another smash down of a tackle. What an unbelievable job of pursuit and getting through the line by the defender.
Eisenhower's out there cosplaying as Bobby Boucher on that hit.
Was that Womack again?
I believe so.
Oh, my gosh. He shot through that offensive line like a lightning bolt. And, I mean, the running back had time to just about secure the ball, and that's it, before he was absolutely planted in the backfield. Doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to bring up 3rd down and 8.
He reminded me of Palomalu for the Steelers back in the day. Just timing that snap incredibly.
On the safety blitz.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. He was something. Oh, receiver went to line up about 4 yards offsides, but he's back now. Shotgun snap for Classen. He's going to fire another one over the middle. It's intercepted by Eisenhower. Penalty on the flag, or penalty on the field, of course. And Eisenhower's taking this one all the way back, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds. We'll see what the penalty is. I'm
willing to bet that was on just a little bit
pass interference on the Eagles. So
Deontay Johnson did get that interception before the flag was thrown.
We'll see what they say. I'm not sure if – is that a block in the back on the return, or was he signaling pass interference? I can't tell.
It looked like he was trying to
Eisenhower's defense is coming back on the field, and they're moving to their defensive – wow, that is a huge, huge break for Classen. And
still fantastic coverage there by Deontay Johnson.
Tough luck for Eisenhower. I tell you what, Classen's quarterback is not the most accurate. Eisenhower is going to have – if they continue to throw the ball like they are, I mean, they're just whipping it all over the field. If they keep it up, Eisenhower is going to have more opportunities to cause more turnovers.
I agree, James.
Almost had their second on the night.
The way Classen is – it's like their quarterback doesn't even get set before he's trying to toss that ball out there.
Another immediate tackle after the running back takes the handoff up the middle. The Eisenhower defensive line crashing down, and that's going to be a personal foul.
Looked like he was jawing a little bit too much.
They're doing a little bit too much of that tonight. You can't afford mistakes like that, guys. A fantastic defensive play. Just make the play, get up, and –
can't let emotions get a hold of you up here.
Yeah. And we can't hear what they're saying from up here. I have no idea if something was said or it was just a little too physical, but obviously it was something that bothered the ref enough for him to pull the flag out.
Yeah, and you can understand the refs wanting to keep the game clean and whatnot, and that's a dumb penalty.
Yeah, I know, but you also let the guys play. I mean, they make a big play. They're trying to get excited. Listen, this is an 0-7 football team who's playing well tonight. And they're making good plays, and let them have fun.
Speaking of good plays, just held up the running back for Classen right there. Didn't allow him to get but any yards. I think he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Eisenhower's defensive front, like we've talked about, against the run tonight has been really, really solid. Short of that 1 9-yard gain where the running back for Classen just put his head down and, kind of barrel over one of our guys, I think Eisenhower has been the more physical of the lines tonight.
No, the physicality we're seeing this week versus Piedmont last week is night and day difference.
7:20 to go, second quarter. Northwest Classen with the ball. Shotgun snap, looking to punch this one in. He's looking to throw it. He's going to turn around, and Eisenhower. Oh! Well, there's a flag and a touchdown. Eagle defender was there, looked to jump and make a play, but just a fantastic, fantastic catch
and
by the Classen Knights.
Pass interference on Eisenhower in the end zone, so that touchdown will stand. Really didn't see much there to get that call.
I didn't
thought
either.
They were just playing.
I didn't either. That was just a great throw and catch. The coverage was there. He was turned around. He was trying to play the ball. The receiver just went up and took it, and you got to give him credit for that. So Classen will look to bang through the extra point and make this a 14-0 game. Snap is down, it's bobbled, and the kicker recovers it, but he is eaten alive. And so with that, that'll send us to a timeout. We will take it. This is Eisenhower Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
This month at Merritt Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, the savings are big. Get this 25 Ram 1500 Laramie for $11,867 off MSRP, or this 25 Ram 2500 Bighorn for $5,063 off MSRP. Don't wait. These deals end soon. Power on with Merritt. It's time to drive into savings at Merritt Chevrolet GMC. All month long, take advantage of incredible August offers, like up to $4,000 in consumer cash and up to $1,250 in incremental bonus cash on select models. Stop by today. Merritt Chevrolet GMC. Power on with Merritt.
Welcome back to Eisenhower Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. This kickoff brought to you by Wayne's Drive-In in Lawton, in business for 75 years with 2 locations now to serve you. Best sweet tea and cherry limeades in town. Let's go to Wayne's. Eisenhower set to receive. They've got their 2 backmen set up at the 20. We'll see what kind of possession they can have here right before halftime. Remember, Eisenhower kicked off, so they will receive the ball to start the second half. So if they can use this, that's going to go out of bounds. That, I'm not sure what they were doing, but that's going to be a penalty. Eisenhower's going to take possession of the ball on their own 40 with just over 7 minutes on the clock. So plenty of time for Ike to mount an offensive run here. And like I said, they'll have a chance to maybe do get a 2-for-1 if they can score before halftime. Although plenty of time left in the second quarter for both teams.
They got super lucky with the bobbled snap on that extra point. So being down just 13 going into halftime, if we can make a good possession here, get a touchdown, and then hopefully go into halftime, come out, get another touchdown, we'll be right back in this game. This game is not anywhere out of reach for Eisenhower.
No, far from over. Plenty of time, and like I said, the way the defense has been playing tonight, they're going to keep him in this game. Amir Giles, Eisenhower's quarterback in the shotgun, takes the snap. He's going to give up the middle to Tellis Weaver. Tellis is going to run and rumble and keep going. That's going to be a first down. That's right in front of us, Wayne. That looks – yep, the officials are saying to move the chains. So 10 yards up the gut for Tellis Weaver on first down.
It looks like Eisenhower's going to try to go into more of the hurry up here, but fantastic north to south run there by Weaver.
Snap back to Giles. He's going to look to throw on this one. He's going to fire over the middle, floats it. Oh! In and out of the hands of the slot receiver. He was wide open. Great pass from Amir Giles. We've been talking about the overthrows, the underthrows. That one was laid out perfectly. Went right through the hands of the receiver. So that'll bring up second down for Eisenhower. Missed opportunity there.
Our receiver there, he had it. And I think he just looked back for just 1 second to make sure the ball had been thrown. And unfortunately – couldn't come down with it.
Yeah, he put great touch on that pass. That's a catch you got to make. Nobody knows that more than him. So Eagles are going to run trips left, 1 receiver to the right. Giles in the shotgun. And I think the little miscommunication on that, somebody ran the wrong route.
Yeah, that was one of those where even the defense wasn't quite set.
Right.
So just a busted play from the beginning.
He floated that one out into the flat. And the middle receiver on the trip side ran an in, and there was nobody in the out. There are 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left.
Classen looks confused yet again on defense. I don't know if this is a tactic to try to get Eisenhower to jump off.
Yeah, they don't look like they can make up their mind on what they want to do. But Eisenhower gets down and set. Weaver to Giles right in the backfield. Now he's going to shift to his left. They bring a receiver in motion, and Eisenhower is going to call timeout. So we'll take it with him. This is Eisenhower football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Whether you're buying or selling, today's real estate market is proving trickier than ever.
We've been doing this for over 22 years.
So if a problem does arise, you can trust us to solve it.
Let us use our years of experience to guide you to buy or sell your home.
Trust the team that's gotten it done with over 12,000 deals done in the last 22 years.
Always call our Payment Berries team.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
Welcome back to Eisenhower football on the Oklahoma Sports Network, along with Wayne White. I'm James Stanley. Glad to have you with us tonight on this Football Friday from Taft Stadium in Oklahoma City. Giles takes a snap. He fires it over the middle. Oh, almost a one-handed grab. Ball thrown behind him. Amir Giles took a shot as well.
He had his favorite target tonight, Williams, open, and Williams just
threw it a little bit behind him.
Threw it a little behind, yeah.
So we've got 4th and 10. Eagles, again, almost to midfield. They're just going to go for it again. And, at this point,
I think it's a good call.
Yeah, I do too. You've had some success doing some things. The defense hasn't allowed too much tonight, so could be a situation where they're just trying to draw them off sides as well. Don't know if they're actually going to snap this ball.
Play clock to 0.
Yeah. It's going to take. So they'll take the 5-yard penalty. Eisenhower will send their punt team on. I don't know that's a terrible decision either. I wouldn't have minded if they'd gone for it. I wouldn't have had a problem with it either way. But the last punt Eisenhower had was really good. And, he punted from inside of his own end zone and drove the return man back to their side of the 50.
Gives them a little bit more space to certainly try to do that yet again and pin Classen deep in their own territory.
So there's the snap. Drives him back. Another decent kick. That one is going to kick out of bounds inside the Northwest Classen 35-yard line. So the officials are going to mark it at the 33, and that'll be where the Knights take over.
Let's see what our defense can do with 6 minutes left until halftime. Let's get them 4 and out.
That last Eagle timeout sponsored by Ace Hardware. Shop at Ace Hardware at 6902 Northwest Cache Road in Lawton, 73505 for all of your grilling, hardware, home improvement, lawn and garden, and tool needs. And we thank Ace for sponsoring the second quarter tonight on our broadcast. Classen takes over, as I mentioned, on their own 33, 6:05 to play, second quarter. Eisenhower trailing 13-0, well within this game still. There's the give up the middle. He's going to fight, and as the Eagles commence, he's still moving the pile forward, and they're not going to blow the whistle. So that run ends up being for about 9 yards.
He took the entire...
Well, no, he's going to be about 7 or 8.
He took the entire Eagles defense on his back and carried them for a good 4 or 5 yards there after the initial contact.
Yeah, they'll mark it at the 46, so that's going to be a gain of 7 on the play. Going to bring up 2nd down and 3. Classen's been steady tonight, Wayne, but nothing amazing. Just the Eagles have had some self-inflicted things they've done to themselves, and then penalties, as you see there. Now, I can't tell if Classen moved. They're pointing, but Eisenhower's walking back, so it is going to be offsides on the Eagles. This
Very
drive
sloppy first half.
Yeah, it has been. It absolutely has. I mean, it's just been.
Not to interrupt you there.
No. It's fine. It's fine. You're absolutely right. It has been sloppy by both teams. The penalties just. Neither team seems to be able to get out of their own way. Klassen's done a little bit better job of it, but that's one thing. I mean, to me, Eisenhower's had some success doing some good things, but it's been 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. They make a great play on defense, and then they commit a personal foul penalty or something like that.
Seems to be the story of the season.
Yeah,
a lot of games could have went different with just a little bit of a break our way, and unfortunately, we have not received that this year.
Yeah, the give up the middle, he's dropped in the backfield. Cross-side referee puts him right at the line of scrimmage, but that was another excellent play by the interior of Eisenhower's defense.
Just the whole unit tonight has been playing, outside of a couple of long passes, has been playing fantastic against this Northwest Classen offensive line.
This Eisenhower defensive drive summary brought to you by City National Bank. City National Bank offers you easy online account opening for both personal and business customers. One size does not fit all. Find the account that fits you today. Your ideal account awaits you at City National Bank, member FDIC. Classen takes a snap out of the shotgun. He breaks a tackle, guts around the end and outside, out of bounds, right around the Eisenhower 43-yard line.
There's one thing that I've been noticing from both teams, and we talked about it earlier with the unsportsmanlike conduct. It seems like both teams are jawing a lot down there. We're going to have to see how much more the refs are going to let them do that without calling some more penalties.
It's getting a little chippy. So the Knights are on the move. They're at the Eisenhower 43-yard line, nearing 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter before halftime. Another direct snap. Quarterback takes it. Another quarterback run. Another 3 yards gained by Northwest Classen.
Eisenhower was great on the pursuit there. Didn't allow him to break that and get any more yards.
Timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. This is Eisenhower football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
If you're someone who feels anxious or scared about going to the dentist, you're not alone. We're here to make sure you feel completely comfortable every step of the way. And at our office, we believe in treating more than just teeth. We focus on you as a person. And with Sedation Dentistry, you can experience the care you need without fear and without pain. And with Sedation Dentistry, we can make your dreams come true.
You're looking at the Devon Tower, the Oklahoma City skyline. This is Eisenhower football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. So we're coming out of the timeout. I just want to, as the second quarter winds down, want to remind everybody that our second quarter sponsor tonight, Pam & Barry from RE/MAX. Nobody sells more real estate than Pam & Barry. With RE/MAX, they're not bragging. They're just applying for a job. As Classen takes the ball. Another quarterback keeper, Wayne. That's become the bread and butter on their last two possessions, and it's been working for them a little bit.
Just straight to the quarterback, and Eisenhower is defending fairly well against it, but 3 and 4 yards do add up, and we've got to figure out what we're going to do with that.
Eisenhower's defense on the perimeter is going to have to be as aggressive as Classen's offensive line is when they're pulling out to try and block that on the end. They've got to make sure you get there. Also wanted to remind you can call Pam & Barry at 580-248-8800. Didn't have time to get that part in before Classen took the snap. So, again, first down and 10, another quarterback keeper, and up the middle, and this time he's absolutely not going to go anywhere. Another fantastic stop from the interior of Eisenhower's defensive line. I know I'm sounding like a broken record at this point, but they're playing a whale of a first half. They really are.
Number 15, Kylan Hadley for Eisenhower. That's about the fourth tackle I've seen him get in this game, so he is playing fantastic tonight.
Yeah, the penetration in the run game for Ike's defensive line has been the best we've seen it in the last couple weeks for sure. So that's exciting to see. This 2 minutes left. Classen still needs a little over 30 yards to hit pay dirt again. So big, big, big stop for Eisenhower here. First down. They drops back. He throws that straight in the air, and Eisenhower's secondary makes a play on the ball. Knocks it down, but man, that could have been an interception. I will say this for Klassen's quarterback: when he throws the ball, I mean, he throws some moonshots. That ball was in the air forever.
And that's why it's so surprising that nobody came down for it. For either team.
Yeah,
I think
agree.
They were just as surprised as we are up here.
What do they call that in baseball? Can of corn? I mean, that's what that was. I mean, he tossed that thing up like you were playing, just in the yard.
Yeah, that's like growing up having your dad hit some foul balls to you.
Right. Yeah, you made the best point. I'm surprised nobody came down with that. Least of all the Eisenhower defenders. So they'll line up second down and 10. Will Classen, quarterback again in the shotgun, running back behind him, and we're going to get movement. No, we're not going to have a flag. We're going to have another timeout, so they will wave the flag off. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Eisenhower Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Southwest Foot and Ankle Clinic has specialized in the medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle for the past 40 years. And they provide all treatments under one roof. From x-rays, radial pulse therapy treatment, to surgical treatments, all with one goal in mind: providing the highest quality medical care with good old-fashioned Oklahoma compassion. Call to set up an appointment today. Southwest Foot and Ankle, 580-357-8720.
Welcome back. This is Eisenhower Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Eisenhower coming back onto the field. That was a timeout taken by Northwest Classen. That has to be their last time out of the half. It can't not be.
Yeah. When did we start getting 6 timeouts?
I know. I feel like each team's had 5 so far, but apparently not. Classen takes the snap a little high, but he recovers it. Good pressure. Eisenhower's going to run him right out of bounds. And a late hit by the Eagles. A little too much aggression as they drive him to the sidelines. That's going to give Northwest Classen another 15 yards and put them into our Taco Mayo red zone. Taco Mayo has been Oklahoma's most creative, fun, and fresh spot in your neighborhood. Totally unexpected Tex-Mex favorites. Easy for you to say, Wayne. Throughout Lawton. Just kidding. Easy for me to say. Or apparently not at all.
And yet another personal foul.
Taco Mayo, our red zone sponsor. Now, are they going to move the ball, or what are we doing? Okay, guys. There we go. Now they're moving it. Almost. It's Taco Mayo time. They're going to mark the ball at the 17-yard line. So, yeah, Classen is into the red zone.
And what's good is Taco Mayo should be open since we started this game a little bit earlier tonight.
Indeed. Yeah, open right now. Location on the west side and the east side in Lawton if you've got a craving for tacos. Classen taking the snap under center. Haven't seen this tonight. That play's going nowhere. Now, that play looked like absolutely there was about 6 flags on it, and there's not a single flag on the field. So
I saw about 3 people jump offside.
Yeah.
That I don't know what
3
that
people,
formation
yeah,
was.
3 offensive linemen moving at all different times. I have absolutely no idea what happened there. Apparently neither did the refs. They were like, listen, no harm, no foul. The play didn't go anywhere. We're just, with 1 minute before halftime, we'll let it slide.
Them play in these situations.
Yeah. Classen can't stop the clock. The clock is running. We're inside a minute, so Eisenhower's defense is going to have a chance to make a play and either hold them to a field goal or get them off the field altogether. Classen comes to the line. They're going to be under center again. 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers left. There's another flag. That has to be a false start. They're jumping. There you go. False start on Classen. So that's going to push them back 5, Wayne.
Yeah. It looked there that it seems to me their quarterback is just getting what I like to call happy feet.
Yeah.
Back there. He's trying to anticipate the call. He's trying to anticipate the snap, and I think he's throwing off the rest of his linemen.
Yeah, listen, if you're Eisenhower, you'll take it. I don't really think Classen doesn't seem to have that formation under control, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. If they want to keep running it, by all means, absolutely. If you're Eisenhower, you'll take it.
We'll take that all night.
Yeah. No, he backs out of it. Another fake, another run up the middle. And he's going to break a tackle, and he takes it to the house. I have to be honest, I had no idea where the ball was.
I wasn't even sure that
Was it a fumble? Did they pick? I don't even know.
I never saw an actual hand.
We're going to show you a replay. Oh, yeah. No, he had it the whole time. Funky-looking formation, but it fooled me on the call. Clearly, Eisenhower didn't seem to know who had the ball either, and all of a sudden he's sprinting out the left side of that big scrum in the middle, and that's a touchdown. What your Eisenhower you absolutely did not want to do is give up a touchdown with 15 seconds to go.
Not right before half when we're about to get the ball back. This was one of those, the defense needed a stand, and unfortunately, whatever play that was that Classen called, it happened to work.
So Klassen's going to go for 2 to try and get this thing to 21-0. Referee runs out of there. 3 receivers left, and now another one in motion back to the left. Fired over the middle. That's going to be incomplete. So Eisenhower holds on the 2-point conversion attempt.
Another flag.
And there's
James.
another flag. Did you? Oh. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Eisenhower.
That is, by my count, the 4th one of the first half.
Correct.
I would not want to
either
be in
an
that locker room.
unsportsmanlike conduct or a personal foul.
I would not want to be in that locker room at halftime.
So Northwest Classen going to kick off to Eisenhower. This kickoff brought to you by Wayne's Drive-In, 2 locations in Lawton to serve you. Been in business for 75 years. Locations on Sheridan Road and Cash Road on the west side of Lawton. And we thank Wayne's for sponsoring our kickoff. So teams forgot what side they were on for a minute. Eisenhower came out to return the ball on the Classen side. Classen was lining up to kick it.
You know, you can't help but laugh.
Man.
We're not laughing at the teams here. We're laughing with them.
That's right.
It's one of those things that you get a little too excited and you happen to forget which side of the field you're supposed to be kicking towards.
Well, and Northwest Classen's actually kicking off on Eisenhower's side of the field after the personal foul penalty. So with 15 seconds left here in the second quarter, there's another onside kick recovered. And the clock's still running. Extra 2 seconds off there. So
Dexter Jackson for Eisenhower came up and got that.
So Eisenhower's going to have time here in the second quarter to run about 1 or 2 plays. You never know. Maybe you hit it big on one of them. Pam and Barry from RE/MAX, our second quarter sponsor tonight, and we thank them. Nobody sells more real estate than Pam and Barry with RE/MAX. They're not bragging. They're just applying for the job, and you can give them a call at 580-248-8800 in Lawton. So Giles in the shotgun for the Eagles. 12 seconds remaining, looking to get something big going. They're just going to hand it to Tellis Weaver. He takes the run. He crosses the 40. He's out to the 45. And I don't know if Eisenhower has a timeout left either, but they're just going to let the clock run straight into halftime. So we will continue our Eisenhower Eagle football coverage when we return. This is Eisenhower Eagle football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
heart of Oklahoma, where your home isn't just a place, it's your peace. At Century Roofing, we understand the importance of protecting your peace. We're experts in roofing technology, techniques, and customer service because we care about Oklahoma and we care about you. At Century Roofing, we combine quality craftsmanship and exceptional service because your home deserves the best. Century Roofing, staying on guard for Oklahoma.
Your job can get dirty. You need a solution. At Waste Solutions, we offer front-end loaders, roll-off containers, and dumpsters for any job, large or small. Our services are for everybody, from small businesses to contractors to construction companies and everyone in between. We are a locally owned company, and we've been serving our community for 21 years. We love Southwest Oklahoma, and we take care of our own. Every dirty problem has a solution. We're Waste Solutions. Click or call today.
4D Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
Hi, I'm Dr. Todd Bridges, and after 30 years of practicing dentistry in Lawton, Fort Sill, Southwest Oklahoma, I need some help. Please welcome our new associate dentist, Dr. Chandler Harbin. Dr. Harbin brings a gentle touch to our ever-expanding dental practice in order to make your visit one that exceeds your expectations. Even more things to smile about is our partnership with 3 major dental insurance companies, United Concordia, Delta Dental Premier, and Health Choice. Come schedule an appointment with Dr. Harbin or myself by calling 580-248-6700.
Rule number 6, be the truck authority. That's the Billingsley way. At Billingsley, we're proud to offer hundreds of Ford trucks for your selection. And if you know a thing or two about saving money, we bet you know Billingsley.
I'm Grant Billingsley, and that's the Billingsley way.
Taco Roofing now offers free instant quotes. Just go to tacoroofing.com and click free instant quote. Enter your address and click see my price. Roof repair doesn't have to be stressful. Get a free instant quote and trust Taco.
In the far corner of Southwest Oklahoma, you'll find a place that gives you the opportunity to pursue a degree while helping ease your mind when it comes to financial stress. Western Oklahoma State College offers a variety of options to fit your needs, both face-to-face and online. From managing a farm or ranch to saving lives as a registered nurse, Western will help turn your goals into your future. At Western Oklahoma State College, you are more than just a number. You are a member of the Pioneer family. Make Western your home away from home. Your degree is closer than you think.
Firehouse Subs is stacked to satisfy. Every sub's piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and bold flavor in every bite. All served on a freshly toasted roll. Big portions, no shortcuts. Just crave-worthy subs made to truly satisfy. And at Firehouse Subs, every bite makes an impact. A portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders. Download the Firehouse Subs app and get up to $10 off your first order. Skip the line, stack the flavor, and support your local heroes. Only at Firehouse Subs. At participating U.S. restaurants. Offer valid for 1 week after account registration. Additional terms apply.
At Arvest Bank, we believe home ownership makes families and communities stronger. Whether it's your first home, a fixer-upper, or your forever home, we're here to help put home ownership within reach. Because everyone deserves a financial partner who cares. Arvest Bank. We believe.
Aero Sign Company is now Fusion Sign and Design, continuing to serve all of Oklahoma and surrounding states for the past 70 years. Their focus has always been driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom work and installation to excellent service, they have the knowledge and expertise to help you along the way. And making your image stand out and last for years to come. The all-new Fusion Sign and Design, Phone 353-2227.
Welcome back to Eisenhower Football. You are watching the Oklahoma Sports Network, along with Wayne White. My name is James Stanley. Happy to have you with us tonight, bringing you this clash of two struggling teams, the 1-6 Northwest Classen Knights and the 0-7 Eisenhower Eagles. So, to go into the first half, I thought it was a tale of two things for Eisenhower. Aggression in making a play, and then shooting yourself in the foot with a mistake and it totally taking away any success that you had. If you just watched the plays occur, Eisenhower's done a fantastic job on defense, and they've put Classen in a position to where they would have longer plays that they'd have to run to have offensive success, except every time they do it, it seems they commit a personal foul or an unnecessary penalty, and they give Classen those yards right back. That's led to a couple of their touchdowns where, I mean, they weren't really moving the ball so much as Eisenhower was just giving them yardage with penalties.
No, that first half was absolutely nothing short of just sloppy when it comes to Eisenhower. But outside of our defense doing so well, keeping Classen, fairly contained, outside of a couple of decent pass plays, Classen wasn't really able to do a whole lot, like you said, James. But then afterwards, I mean, we've seen it here we're on the home side, on Classen's side, we've seen players jawing at each other after the play. And like you said in the first half, it's okay to be fired up. It's okay to be, excited that you just made a heck of a play. But afterwards, you got to just let it move on and not jaw at the other team because, again, like you said, we've done nothing but shoot ourselves in the foot this first half.
Yeah, between the timeouts and the penalties and just the silliness, I mean, it was one of the sloppiest halves for both teams. It wasn't even, it wasn't singular to Eisenhower or Classen. I mean, they had their share of mishaps too. But like I said, defensively, didn't think Eisenhower played too poorly. 19-0 is your halftime score. Now, also, at halftime, we like to do Eisenhower trivia, and our trivia sponsor is Comanche Home Center. You can shop at Comanche Home Center or Ace Hardware in Lawton. And again, for all of your outdoor grilling, lawn and garden, tools, mowers, weed eaters, edgers, all of that stuff, you can find at Comanche Home Center and at Ace, 6902 West Cache Road in Lawton. So tonight's trivia question: which Eisenhower former defensive standout was named to the All-State team in 2001? So the Daily Oklahoman puts out an All-State team, I believe. I'm not sure if it's the Daily Oklahoman. Maybe I shouldn't credit them with that. But this player in 2001 for Eisenhower was a member of that 2001 All-State Oklahoma High School team, and I'd like to know who that was. So I know you can't answer me.
Well,
no,
obviously,
you can.
I mean,
you can.
I can see the answer.
But you could see the. So for those of you at home, I will have that answer for you sometime in the third quarter, as I do every week. So again, which former Eisenhower defensive standout was named to the All-State team in 2001? That's our trivia question tonight. Again, sponsored by Comanche Home Center and Ace Hardware in Lawton. So again, Eisenhower gets the ball when we come back, or when the second half kicks off. Just let's forget the first half.
First half
let's
didn't
take
happen.
some of the things that we did well, right, on defense, just flush that thing, and then let's go at it. It's 19-0. That's doable. They've had some success running the ball. They've had some first downs. It's, let's go. Just let's score and start there. And then, we can let that confidence build from there. But I think it's important for Ike to come out and mount a really good drive, and we'll see.
Especially you talk about, let's forget the first half. I really hope that Coach Matthews is in that locker room going, all right, guys, this is still a game in which we can win.
Yes.
This is a game in which our defense has not played bad at all.
No.
And I just really hope that he's in there saying, all right, guys, once you make a good hit, just know that everybody saw you made the good hit,
yeah,
and let's move on. Let's win this game.
That's a great point. Listen, It's, and I do think there is a level to which they have taken away some of the fun and some of the excitement from the kids that they can have. But at the same time, it is what it is, and you know what the rules are, so you got to be smart. All right. Again, that's been our halftime show. We will be right back. This is Eisenhower Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Landmarks. They stand as symbols, reminding us of history and moments that shape our lives. We create our own landmarks. At Becker Raybon Funeral Home, we understand the importance of honoring these moments. Let our compassionate team help you celebrate the life and legacy of your loved one. Offering a range of services to honor the stories that matter most, we believe that every life leaves a mark that deserves to be cherished and remembered. Becker Raybon Funeral Home, honoring the landmarks of your life.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Barres Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Barres, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Barres Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success, and finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed, because your success is our success.
Lawton's premier full-service garden center is Bedrock Nursery at 1802 Northwest 67th Street. Serving all of Southwest Oklahoma since 1994, they are your source for homegrown bedding plants and offer a wide range of services, including landscape design and installation. They are your full-service garden center. Bedrock Nursery, 1802 Northwest 67th Street in Lawton. Bedrock Nursery. Come see the difference.
Welcome back to Big Blue Football, Eisenhower Eagle Network on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Second half getting ready to kick off.
Yeah, James, we were talking at halftime, you and I, about the wind picking up and how we're not able to see all of the tower anymore downtown.
That's right.
So it's got, like we said, it's got to be miserable down there on the field with the wind picking up. So
well, we can see the tents across on the Eisenhower sideline as well, and the covers on those tents are whipping around pretty good. So the conditions are obviously not perfect, but this is fall and this is football. So unless it's lightning, they're going to play. Two returners back for the Eagles right around the 25-yard line. And your second half kickoff brought to you by Wayne's. For the best sweet tea, cherry limeades in town, choose either of two locations. Wayne's has to serve you. Another onside, that's not even an onside kick. What is that?
That's a pooch kick?
A pooch kick, I guess, yeah. But 7 Northwest Sheridan Road, also on the west side of Cash Road as well.
We've seen some very interesting things tonight, James, when it comes to formations and
weird stuff. This kick, listen. Northwest Classen did recover an onside kick in the first half. That was a really good kick. It just looked like Eisenhower was a little slow reacting to that one. But I don't know what that was. I mean, you're just handing Eisenhower amazing field position. So if you're the Eagles, you'll take it. First down and 10 for Eisenhower at their own 46. The gives up the middle. Burst through and going to be a first down all the way down to the Classen 41-yard line goes Tellis Weaver. Fantastic run.
Weaver simply put his head down and ran right through that Classen defense and got a really good chunk of yards.
Eisenhower opened up a hole on that one, and he took it right through it. There's another run. He's going to hit head down, blast down for another 6 yards. So strong running right out of the gate for Eisenhower, and looks like they are bound and determined to get the running game going, and that's exactly what they're doing right here.
Looks like they're finally listening to what we called before the game.
It's true. It was one of the keys to the game. This time Weaver is met in the backfield, and they're going to drop him for about a yard loss, it looks like. Or maybe they said he got back to the line of scrimmage. Either way, it's going to be 3rd down and 4 for Eisenhower from the Classen 35-yard line. Giles on the keeper. He fakes it, cuts to the left, and now he's cutting back to the right all the way down to the 20-yard line. What a great play design from
Fantastic
Eisenhower.
Execution
that
there
was
by Giles
amazing execution.
On that fake handoff to Weaver around the end and then just taking off. Classen was completely fooled on that.
No question. I was watching Weaver and realized he didn't have the ball in time to see Amir Giles scampering around the left end. This time Weaver does get it again, cuts outside, inside again, and he's banged down at about the 6-yard line. Eisenhower into the Taco Mayo red zone. Taco Mayo, one of Oklahoma's most creative, fun, and fresh spots in your neighborhood. Totally unexpected Tex-Mex favorites throughout Lawton with 2 locations to serve you on the east and west side of town. So
personal foul on Northwest Classen.
There you go. There you go. So that's going to make this half the distance to the goal. It's going to give us 1st down and goal to go from the 3. And the Eagle offensive line has come out on a mission. Tellis Weaver's on a mission. Amir Giles, what a fantastic drive from Eisenhower.
Whatever Coach Matthews said at halftime, it's working in this second half.
Giles in the shotgun, Tellis to his left, banks it right up the hole. And for the first time since week 1, touchdown, Eagles!
Weaver just fantastic going up the middle, just doing whatever he wants against this Northwest Classen line.
So Eisenhower on for the extra point to make this a 19-7 game, and we said it. That was one of the easiest things in the world. You're helped out by Classen kicking the ball 10 yards for whatever reason, I can't tell. Eisenhower then just barrels it right down their throats, and now all of a sudden Ike's got the momentum with a chance to cut this to a 12-point lead. So they're going to wait as Eisenhower has a man running off.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of confusion on the substitutions there.
Snap is back, kick is down, and it's good. Right? Or is there a penalty? Nathan Davis operating our camera, giving me the flag sign. I did not see that, so let's see what we've got here. Looks like it was on Classen, and they're
we'll
just going to decline it, or what are we going to do?
Are we going to re-kick?
Teams are gathering on the sidelines. Classen is still on the field. I'm not sure what Eisenhower is discussing. If it was half the distance, would they maybe contemplate going for
maybe
2?
We see
I don't
Giles
know.
come out here, and I think we are going to see Giles come out here.
Well, that would make it 11, which is a 2-possession game. Field goal and a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
In these short gain situations.
They sure didn't on that. They sure didn't on that drive. So Giles in the shotgun, Weaver to his right. There's the give. Easy follow into the end zone. Amir Giles around the left side for the 2-point conversion. So that's good. Timeout on the field. We'll take it with him. Eisenhower on the move. This is the Eisenhower Network on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Check out the new Westside Ace Hardware and Carpet One. Our huge showroom is filled with the latest in home flooring and stocked with all your project needs. Come in today and see what you've been missing. The new Westside Ace Hardware and Carpet One, directly behind Wayne's Drive-In on Cash Road. Experience the new Westside Carpet One. Our showroom is filled with the latest floor covering and interior design trends, and our experienced staff will make your satisfaction a priority. The all-new Westside Carpet One, behind Wayne's Drive-In on Cash Road.
Welcome back to Eisenhower Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network, along with Wayne White. I'm James Stanley, happy to be bringing you this broadcast this evening. And this Eisenhower Eagle kickoff is brought to you by Wayne's.
Yeah, it's like we said at break. Where was this team the first half? They
Well,
came out and just dominated this Classen defense.
Classen didn't look like they even wanted to try and tackle Tellis Weaver on that drive. You're right. I mean, it was part of our keys to the game. So Eisenhower kicks off, and oh, man, are they bailed out by Northwest Classen catching that kickoff. That was headed out of bounds for sure. Would have given the Knights the ball on the 40. Instead, he runs out of bounds on his own at about the 23.
Yeah, the Northwest Classen player that received that. He's definitely getting an earful from his fellow player there for not letting that go out of bounds.
Yeah. Nice catch and everything, but hey, you lost about 12 yards of field position on that. So that Eisenhower scoring drive summary, brought to you by City National Bank, offers you easy online account opening for both personal and business customers. One size does not fit all in the banking industry. Find the account that fits you today. Your ideal custom account awaits you at City National Bank, member FDIC. So with 10-11 left in the third quarter, Classen takes over at their own 20, right around their own 22-yard line. The give up the middle. He's looking for the hole. Good pursuit by Eisenhower, and they're going to have him in the backfield.
Number 24,
the Eagles.
Davion Howard.
Outstanding pursuit. And the Northwest Classen running back can't get away. He tried to cut it out left. Too many white jerseys there. Not going anywhere.
Eisenhower was not fooled on that at all.
No.
And I'm really feeling their energy even up here from that score by our offense. So I expect our defense to just come out here flying. And that's exactly what they just did.
I was just going to say the same thing. You can almost feel the energy shift. The defensive players make that play. They're jumping around. The sidelines hopping around. Different look, 19-8 than it was going into halftime. The Classen takes the snap. He's going to drop back to pass. He's looking. He fires downfield. He's got a man at the 50, 40. He's going to go the distance. So as exciting as the Eagles just were, that's a Classen touchdown.
Jordan Jackson again, the senior for Classen, coming up big for him.
That puts a pin.
As a quarterback.
Sorry, I coughed and had to turn the mic down. He's listed as quarterback.
He's listed at quarterback, but that is his fourth or fifth reception tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he's played much quarterback tonight.
No.
So that takes a little bit of the air out of the Eisenhower sails. However, as quick as they scored last time, not sure they can't get the ball back and do it again. However, also, that play was slow developing. He was coming. I don't know. I'm not sure what our cornerback was doing. You saw the guy run. He just let him run right by him, and that was a great throw by their quarterback. It's not easy to make accurate throws when your receiver is streaking down the sideline, and he just put it right where he needed to be, gave him some room to catch it, and he took it all the way to the end zone. That's about a 75-yard touchdown pass,
it just
by the
feels
way,
like
if
Eisenhower
not 80.
bit because they thought that they had a quarterback down in the backfield, and then he was able to get that pass off.
Yeah. Wayne, I'm going to give you one guess as to what's down on the field right now.
I think I'm going to go with most likely a flag.
That's right. There is a flag on the play. It looks like they're going to back Classen up, another procedural penalty, on the Knights.
That does take a lot of like you said, a lot of the energy out of the stadium, especially on the Eisenhower sideline. But, as quickly as we ran the first time, then
They're going to try and go for 2 as well. That ball is well defended, knocked up into the air. So another mini break for the Eagles, another something they can hang their hat on as they get the ball back. So that's an incomplete conversion. We'll take a timeout. This is Eisenhower Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
So, not real big on paying bank fees? Well, that's okay. It means you're smart with your money and you know how to get a good deal. You're a credit union kind of person, and Communication Federal is your kind of credit union. In fact, PayMe Checking puts real money right into your account when you use your Visa debit card, online or in stores. PayMe Checking, the free account that pays you only from Communication Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back to Taft Stadium in Oklahoma City. Northwest Classen Knights on top of the Eisenhower Eagles 25-8. Eagles ready to receive the ball. Both teams scoring touchdowns on their first possession of the second half, and here is another kick that's going to slide right out of bounds, and I just for the life of me don't understand what Classen's strategy is on kicking the ball up. They either kick it 10 yards, Eisenhower gets it at the 40, or they kick it out of bounds and Eisenhower gets it at the 40. Either way, I'm sure the Eagles will take it.
Oh, we'll absolutely take the good field position. But again, these kicks, like you and I have discussed several times, they're just very odd.
Yeah.
Why would you want to give up, a penalty that's that easy to avoid and give our Eagles such good field position?
Right. Giles in the shotgun, 1st and 10. I guess it's at the 35, not the 40 in high school. Dallas Weaver to his left. He takes the snap. There's a flag. That's going to stop the play.
Classen was moving on that, I believe.
Indeed, you are correct. Penalty on Northwest Classen.
And again, the Eagles will take that.
So that does move the ball now to the 40. It'll be 1st down and only 5 yards to go for this Eagle offense. 8:55 remaining in the third quarter, and there is a stoppage. I don't think they were ready. Eisenhower snapped the ball. Here we go. Now it's 1st and 5. Is everybody ready? Everybody's ready.
I'm ready.
Giles in the shotgun, Weaver to his left. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He's going to fire downfield. He's got a man, and it's incomplete.
James, we have yet another flag in the backfield, right around the 31-yard line.
I'm going to go with holding or personal foul. Yes, roughing the – oh, no, that's on Eisenhower. Yikes. Well, so from 1st and 5, now the result of that play, is that a dead ball foul that they called?
They're not moving the ball back, so
wait. What? Oh, he's going back to the 40 to count it off.
Yeah, I was about to say that's at least 15.
Again, folks, the scoreboard in the stadium is not giving us the down and distance, so I know that Braden and I are doing our best to keep you up to date on what's happening with that. With as many penalties and non-plays, it's hard to keep track of down and distance without it. So that's a pass floated over the receiver's head by Amir Giles. Just not in sync on that one.
He was looking for Williams there across the middle, and I'm not sure, maybe he meant to do an out route and cut in or what happened on that, but just miscommunication.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 20. So, again, it's a little bit of a head scratcher. I realize you need to get 20 yards, but you had 1st and 5. Why were you throwing the ball? You just had a 5-play drive in which you scored a touchdown and looked great doing it. I'm a little confused on the play calling.
Got some more touches on that.
Yeah, for sure. But definitely a passing situation here. Trips left. Giles in the shotgun. He drops back to pass. He's got some pressure over the middle. That's an overthrow and a one-handed interception, if I'm correct. Yeah, that's a catch and a pick. Fantastic player by the Classen defender there, and the Knights will take over on offense.
That was the everything player for Classen, Jordan Jackson, on that interception. He's got a receiving touchdown tonight, now an interception.
The kid's a good player. So, no repeat performance on that drive for the Eagles. Northwest Classen will take over on the Eagle 46-yard line. That was an amazing one-handed interception. that was a heck of a play.
You got to give the kid his props.
Yeah.
That was just a fantastic play by him.
Clock running, 8:15 to go in the third quarter. Classen dropping back to pass again. They've got a man wide open, overthrown by the quarterback on the sideline. So as accurate as he's been tonight, he was definitely not on that one.
And the side judge looks like he threw a flag, another one.
Oh, you're kidding.
Now, just right here, right in front of the Northwest Classen bench.
No, I see it now. I was kidding about kidding, right? I've never seen anything like this. When I say it's every other play, it is literally every other play that there's a flag. I've never seen.
Just very sloppy. I thought the teams would in the second half would clean a lot of this up.
Well, it looked that way for Eisenhower. Goes right down the field, totally clean. Nothing. I mean, the only penalty on that drive was committed by Northwest Classen, giving him half the distance to the goal. But this very serious penalty for Classen. They are penalized 15 yards on a personal foul. It is going to be first down and 25 at least. He cuts around the right side, tackled. Going to pick up about 5 yards on that run over the right.
Good tackle by number 43, Zaylen Wolford for Eisenhower there.
The ball is sitting on the Northwest Classen 45-yard line. They have to get to the Eisenhower 36 for a first down. I'll let you guys do the math.
Somebody start the Jeopardy theme.
I think it's second down and 19 would be my guess. Braden's got his second 20. Braden, that's good enough.
See if Eisenhower can make a defensive stand here.
Classen takes the shotgun snap, the give, and he's going to be brought down. No gain. Again, great penetration from the Eisenhower defensive line. Good pursuit, and the Eagles give Classen no gain on that play.
Number 5, Ricky Womack, senior, 6 foot, 223 on that tackle. Just blew the play up in the backfield for Eisenhower.
So the Eagle defense has Northwest Classen in a bit of a pickle for once. Third down and 23.
Got to be expecting a pass here possibly. But, I mean, tonight, James, you and I have been a little wrong on keys to the game and everything else, so we'll see what they come up with here on this,
if you're Eisenhower,
long third down.
Yeah, if you're Eisenhower's defense, you're just watching the big play. That's you don't want to let them throw a deep pass, which they do, and it's caught. Breaks the tackle all the way down to the 10-yard line. I mean, you knew that's what they were going to do. I'm not sure what the Eisenhower defense was thinking on that one, but
thankfully, number 15, Kylan Hadley, was down there to prevent a touchdown. It was just a botched play for us.
Yeah, no, I know. I was going to say, I mean, a great play to get him down out of bounds. I will say that's one of the first times tonight we haven't seen Eisenhower's defensive backs play the ball. He was still running after the receiver and didn't really have a chance to spot the ball and make a play on it. And conversely, Classen converts another huge. That was a third down and 20-plus yard.
That's a huge conversion for them to keep this game going.
You just can't give those up. So.
And that was probably the best pass I've seen out of this Classen quarterback all night. It wasn't one of those air raid, moonshots that we saw in the first half.
So Classen, first down and goal. They're in the Taco Mayo red zone. Taco Mayo and Lawton, 2 locations to serve you as Eisenhower's defense swarms again. That's going to be another big loss. They move him all the way back to the 20, but they're going to spot his forward progress at the 14. So
Hadley was there again for the initial contact, and about 3 other Eisenhower players came in to finish that play off.
That's going to be second down and goal from the 14-yard line. Eisenhower needs to make a stand here. We're under 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter. This third quarter sponsored by Sovereign Bank. Big plays, loud crowds, and a hometown bank that's always on your team. Sovereign Bank, proud to support our community. Member FDIC, equal housing lender with 2 locations in Lawton. Classen takes a snap. He's looking to throw. Under pressure now. They've got a hold of his jersey. He fires it up in the air and almost intercepted. Eisenhower has teammates colliding. You had one guy playing center field, and then another guy comes in trying to make the play and just knocks the ball down to the turf. So still a good defensive play. You make a stop, but an ill-advised throw by Classen. He just threw that up, and Eisenhower had a chance to make a play on that.
I was about to say there, James, the Northwest Classen quarterback had about 4 different Eisenhower Eagles hands in his face and threw that. Very dangerous. And, again, it's one of those that Eisenhower, you feel like should have came down with it, but just right off the fingertips there.
Yeah. Either way, we're looking at third down and goal from outside the 10-yard line. Ball spotted at the 14. The give up the middle. Another comes crashing down. Another defensive stop by that Eagle D-line, and another penalty thrown in the end zone. What do we have now?
Ricky Womack blowing up the offensive line of Northwest Classen yet again. Eisenhower's out there trying to plead their case with the ref.
Personal foul on the Eagles. Again, don't know what it was. I don't know what they're calling. We're enclosed in this press box, so even with the public address announcer, it's very difficult to hear much of anything. It seems to me that Eisenhower is making big plays, getting fired up about it, and they're getting penalized for being fired up.
That's exactly
I didn't see
what
him.
It looks like.
He didn't, the Eisenhower defender made the tackle. He didn't get up and get in anybody's face. He didn't taunt. I didn't see him do much of anything but just get fired up.
I mean, all we can assume up here is maybe they're saying something.
Exactly.
But, again, there's no way for us to actually hear. We don't have a mic down at field level, unfortunately.
So they move the ball half the distance to the goal. There's a handoff. The line is pushing, but the Eagles are going to say absolutely not. More and another penalty. Now that time you had an Eisenhower defender come to leap on the pile to help assist, and I'm going to probably assume that was after they had blown the whistle. So not the smartest of plays there, so this will be another personal foul. They'll move it half the distance to the goal again. So at this point we should be inside the 5, I believe.
Yeah, James, I think you're right. You just can't do that. Once the whistle is blown, you can't go in and light up the pile.
Yeah. I don't know if leaping is a particular time. I couldn't hear what he called on the personal foul, but that's what happened. I can tell you that. So we've got a timeout on the field. We'll take it with him. This is Eisenhower Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Step into the best chapter of your life, one with rheumatology care from a provider who focuses on your well-being and getting you back to what matters most. Dr. Shahzad is dedicated to building long-lasting relationships based on trust and medical integrity with every single patient. Schedule your telemedicine appointment today. Don't let rheumatoid arthritis or other inflammatory conditions stop you from enjoying life. MMG, the power of many for the benefit of one.
Welcome back to Eagles football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. What you just saw the tail end of was Tellis Weaver taking it about 9 yards around the left side. Now, you may be saying to yourself, like I said, like Wayne was explaining and I was saying earlier too, we can't hear the calls. That was a dead ball personal foul on Eisenhower as Weaver takes it up the middle, out past the 15, up to the 20, past the 20, down to the 22 of Eisenhower. So that's going to be another first down for the Eagles. What happened was that was a dead ball personal foul on Eisenhower after we had stopped Classen on 4th and goal. So Eisenhower got the ball. They were then moved back half the distance to the goal line, and that's where we are right now as Weaver again runs the ball up the middle. We had an Eagle injured. I guess he was able to stay on the field. I didn't see him make his way across to the sideline. So,
yeah, James, this is like we've said all game. It has been penalties and just sloppy play out of both teams, and that's why there's been confusion up here even for us.
Yeah. Giles around the right side. He cuts it up. He's going to gain, about 4 on that play, leaving about 2 or 3 yards remaining for the Eagle first down. So
Joshua Williams out there in coverage was fantastic with a block to get Giles at least a little bit more wiggle room there on the end.
So that brings up 3rd down and 2 for Eisenhower. 2:12 to go in the 3rd quarter. Giles in the shotgun, Weaver to his right. 1 receiver to the left, 2 to the right. The give is around the end. Weaver's trying to make something happen. He can't quite break that tackle, but he does get back to the line of scrimmage. So we're looking at 2nd down and 10. I guess they gave Giles the first down on that last run, didn't they?
They did.
Looked like he was going to be short, but he cut it up the sideline. So 2nd down and 10, 1:50 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Snap to Giles. There's another give up the middle. Another strong run for the Eagles. He's going to be awfully close to that first down marker. We'll see if they're – and they are. They're going to move the chains. That's first down for Eisenhower.
Just good vision, good pushing to get that first down.
Snap to Giles. He throws one out. Going to make a man miss. Does the receiver? He does, but short gain on the play, maybe 1 or 2 at the most.
Giles with that completion to Joshua Williams, basically his favorite target tonight.
That looked like a gain of at least 1 on that play. Right now they've got the ball marked as a loss of 1, but I feel like it should be 2nd and 9. There's the give up the middle. Tries to break a tackle. Maybe a gain of 1 to get it back to the original line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and long for Eisenhower.
That was Rico Watkins, freshman running back for Eisenhower on that carry.
Weaver back in the backfield alongside Giles for this snap. He takes the snap. He's got a receiver open. Klassen's going to come over and cut it off. That ball is intercepted. That just took too long to develop that play. He's out of bounds, guys.
Another late hit by Eisenhower.
Another late hit out of bounds by Eisenhower. So the Eagles turned away. Yeah, that was frustrating. You know, and you feel tonight like Eisenhower has just had so many chances to have success, and because of turnovers and penalties, it's just been hard for them to maintain any sort of momentum. And, Giles threw that one up there. It just too much under it, and the safety had a chance to get over, and he cut it right off.
Well, absolutely. I mean, there was no doubt that, Giles is trying to get that ball down the field, trying to get something to happen, but you kind of start to wonder, why didn't we hand it off to Weaver a little bit more there? Since he's had such a good game.
Giles throws a pretty ball, too. Just on that one, they just really didn't have the receiver open. I feel like he seems to like to throw the ball towards the boundary, where I'd like to see him maybe use a little bit more of the middle of the field. Sometimes I feel like he's got guys open, and maybe could utilize that a little bit more. But, even with that guy, the Eisenhower receiver had a step on the defender, but just a little too much air on that one, and the safety came over and made the play for the Knights. So 3rd quarter clock is running under 20 seconds now here at Taft Stadium. Northwest Classen Knights 25, the Eisenhower Eagles 8. Running back stumbles in the backfield, and Eisenhower is there again to meet him for a tackle for loss. That's going to be a loss of 2 yards on that play.
That was leading team tackler Colin Simeon, defensive line on that stop there.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. When we come back, we'll have the 4th quarter for you, plus the answers to tonight's trivia question. Along with Wayne White, I'm James Stanley. This is Eisenhower Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Step into the best chapter of your life, one with rheumatology care from a provider who focuses on your well-being and getting you back to what matters most. Dr. Shahzad is dedicated to building long-lasting relationships based on trust and medical integrity with every single patient. Schedule your telemedicine appointment today. Don't let rheumatoid arthritis or other inflammatory conditions stop you from enjoying life. MMG, the power of many for the benefit of one.
Welcome back to Taft Stadium in Oklahoma City. This is Eisenhower Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network, along with Wayne White. I'm James Stanley. And before we get moving along in the fourth quarter, as we open up the final stanza of tonight's game, I asked you earlier which former Eisenhower defensive standout was named to the All-State team in 2001. And, of course, the answer, Larry Burdine. Former Oklahoma Sooner, as well as a 5 or 6 year career in the NFL, a Lawton Eisenhower All-Stater in 2001. So Larry Burdine, your answer. And, of course, that trivia question brought to you by Comanche Home Center. Shop at Comanche Home Center or Ace Hardware at 6902 Northwest Cache Road in Lawton. For all of your lawn and garden needs, your tool needs, grilling needs, just anything that has to do with improving your outdoor situation, you can find at Ace. And we thank them for sponsoring our trivia question tonight. So Northwest Classen with the ball, a gain of about 4 on that play. That's going to bring up third down and about 9. Well, third down and about 7, actually.
That was a good stop by Eisenhower there. The Classen running back did have a couple of holes, and Eisenhower was able to stuff those up really quick.
More penetration by Eisenhower. He's able to escape that, and that is going to be awfully close to a first down. They're going to mark him shy. He ran that down to about the 28-yard line. I believe they had to get to the 27 for the first down. So they're not going to move the chains, and that's going to bring up fourth down and 1. And what do you know, across from me, the scoreboard is actually, that's not down in distance. That's just quarter. So I know what quarter it is. Wayne, I don't need their help with that.
Yeah, it would be nice to have that down in distance, I will say that.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's easy to do. I mean, it's not very easy to do yourself from up here just at the angle we're at, but nonetheless. Oh, and a penalty. Flag is thrown.
How odd.
Color me shocked.
False
Eisenhower pointing at Classen. So the Ike defense causes a false start by the Knights. That's going to push them back. So that's going to make this attempt fourth down and 6, assuming they go for it.
You know,
I'm
and James,
looking a little too far for it. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Just going to say a little bit too far for a field goal, I think, for Classen. So
no, and what I was going to say is Eisenhower is nowhere near out of this game. I know that the clock is running, but with a stop here, score a quick touchdown, get another stop, quick touchdown, you're right back in this.
I mean, you can't fiddle around, but 10 minutes to go, the clock is on the move, but there is time, especially if you get a stop right here. You've got yourself in pretty good field position. So here's fourth down and 6. Classen takes the shotgun snap. He's going to fire it over to the outside, and he's got a man wide open again, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights. Touchdown, Northwest Classen.
The everything man for Classen, Jordan Jackson, again on a reception. I believe that is his third touchdown of the evening.
There is a penalty on the field. But it looks like it's going to be on Eisenhower.
Illegal
hands to the face.
Yep.
There you go. Well, Eisenhower should get the ball back. Little over 9.5 minutes to go, but the score now, Classen 31, Eisenhower 8 with the extra point pending. We'll see if they attempt a 2-pointer or if they send the kicker out to try and knock it through.
Been one of the bright spots of Eisenhower tonight has been special teams on these extra points. They haven't allowed, but I believe only one to actually get converted.
So the Classen kick is up, and it is good. And with the timeout on the field, we will take one as well. Your score, Northwest Classen 32, Eisenhower 8. This is Eisenhower football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Power Services, the power of quality and comfort, servicing all of Southwest Oklahoma and the surrounding area for the past 40 years. Offering the best service for heating and air for both residential and commercial, geothermal systems, electrical services, and generators are their specialty. Give them a call for all of your heating, air, and electrical needs. Experience the power of quality and comfort with Power Services of Southwest Oklahoma. Give them a call today at 580-875-3645. That's 580-875-3645.
Welcome back to Eisenhower Football. You're watching the Oklahoma Sports Network. This kickoff sponsored by Wayne's, your kickoff sponsor all season long right here on OSN, and we thank them. 2 locations in Lawton to serve you, number 7 Northwest Sheridan Road, and of course out on the west side as well, I believe 7210. Hey everybody, let's go to Wayne's. That scoring drive summary brought to you by City National Bank offers you easy online accounts for both personal and business customers. One size does not fit all. Find the account that fits you today. Your ideal account awaits you at City National Bank, member FDIC. So Classen will kick to Eisenhower, and this one is going to go. You can. Flat out, that's one of the best kickoffs I've ever seen.
That was just beautiful.
Especially at the high school level. He floated that thing exactly 11 yards, and let's just be honest, the Classen player made the play on the ball, and the Eisenhower return man did not. So another successful onside kick from Northwest Classen. That's going to be first down and 10. They'll have the ball right at midfield.
I think they're going to.
They're going to say that's Eisenhower, or are they going to say that he made contact with it before it went 10 yards?
I believe that was the call down
Where
there.
did they kick off from, the 40? Well, hey.
Still.
This is the Eisenhower Eagle. This is Eisenhower Eagle football. So I will take that break, but believe me when I tell you it was a break. I guess they're going to say the Classen defender or the kickoff coverage man made contact with the ball before the kick reached the 50.
It had to have been by millimeters.
Not from my vantage point, he didn't. That looked like the most perfectly executed onside kick I've ever seen.
That looked like that was a kick that Pat McAfee would have loved to have done when he was still playing.
Trips left for the Eagles, single receiver to the right. Giles in the shotgun. He takes the snap, and a receiver, or one of the officials, is waving his arms. I'm not sure. As Tellis Weaver takes
hard
it
run
down all the way down to the 40 for a first down. Now, I don't understand. He was waving his arms in the air. I thought he was trying to maybe he was just winding the clock. I don't know. Anyway, first and 10 for Eisenhower. Chains move. There's the snap. Pass out in the flat, a little bit too tall. Again, Amir Giles with a receiver open and a good play developing. Just a little too much air underneath that one. Couldn't complete it.
He was trying to get it to Williams there and just floated it just a tad too much.
Clock moving, just over 9 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Amir Giles around the left end. Not a lot. He's going to be stopped for a loss of about 1.
It looked like Giles wanted to try to bounce it back even further, but Northwest Classen sniffed that out right from the beginning.
Yeah, they're going to give him a loss of 1. Our fourth quarter sponsor tonight, the Lawton Firefighters Association, proudly supporting the community they serve every single day. That's the Lawton Firefighters Association, our fourth quarter sponsor tonight, and we thank them. Giles in the shotgun. Takes the snap, fakes the give, fires the slant over the middle, caught. That's going to be another first down inside the 30-yard line, down to the 28. That is exactly what we've been talking about tonight, Wayne. Perfect execution by Giles and the receiver, and you see the result.
That was, we've called his name on defense tonight, but that was Hadley across the middle, stepping up and getting a nice catch across from
Beautiful
Giles.
pass by Giles. He's going to fire another one out to the left side. Makes a man miss. He cuts it back inside the 20, tackled out of bounds at the 19-yard line, or they're going to mark him out right at the 20. That is going to be just 1 yard shy of another first down. Going to bring up 2nd down and 1, 7:50 to go. Here in the fourth quarter, Eisenhower attempting to make this thing a little bit more interesting. Had some offensive success in the second half, and we've got a timeout on the field, I do believe. I think Putnam City took it. Putnam City. Northwest Classen took it, so we're going to take it with them. This is Eisenhower football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Lawton-Fort Sill Regional Airport, just 1 mile to anywhere, offering non-stop service to Dallas-Fort Worth. Fast, friendly, and convenient without all the hassles. Easy parking, and with close proximity to your arrivals and departures, all in their newly renovated terminal. Here to there in just 1 mile. To book your mile to anywhere destination from LAW, log on to AA.com or call 800-433-7300.
Welcome back to Eagle football from Taft Stadium here in Oklahoma City. Eisenhower trails 32-8 with 7:50 to go in the fourth quarter. But the Eagles are on the move. 2nd down and 1. The snap to Giles. He launches it to the corner a little far, and it's going to be – is that intercepted?
Still waiting for the official
I
call.
haven't seen the official make –
Classen
and
is
it is.
saying they did
Classen does intercept it and call for the touchback. That play, a single receiver to the right side, he didn't get any separation on the defensive back, and Giles had to float that one out to the corner trying to hit that fade, and there just wasn't, A, there was too much room, B, again, with no separation, you gave the safety time to come over, and he made another play. So.
And we did have trips receivers to the left side of the
left,
field.
right.
And I want to say that if Giles would have stood there for another couple seconds, they had some separation down here on the closer side of the field, but aired it out, and unfortunately it's picked off in the end zone.
Yeah. Defense has to stand up right here. 7:38 to go, fourth quarter. Eisenhower needs to get the football back if they want to see about putting the ball in the end zone again and trying to close this gap. There's the direct snap. There's the give. There's going to be a hold. Flags flying all over the place. Fantastic hit by Eisenhower. They caused the fumble, and the refs agree. Eisenhower has the ball. So if it's a hold, that penalty should be declined, obviously. And Eisenhower's going to be in great shape as the Classen running back fumbled. He got absolutely popped. Ball comes loose, and Eisenhower has the wherewithal to jump on it. So there you go. So just like that, as soon as the Eagles turn it over, Classen gives it right back.
And, James, you had just got done saying that Eisenhower had to get a stop here, and what do? They cause a fumble.
You go out ball hunting. That's what you got to do when you need the ball back, and that's exactly what Ike was able to do. So Big Blue has the ball. 7.5 minutes left in the fourth. Giles in the shotgun. Give is up the middle. Weaver pumping those legs. He's going to take it about a yard down to the 30. It was funny. Whenever Giles took the snap before he threw the interception on the previous drive, there was 7:49 on the clock. And that play happened, and then Classen ran a play and turned it over, and Eisenhower recovered it. And all that happened from 7:49 down to 7:29. So the Eagles needed to do something fast, and they did it.
The Eagles just got in unsportsmanlike conduct without a play even being ran.
Well, they ran it for 1 yard.
And there's
another
one.
Well, I mean, Wayne, at some point, I understand the frustration of the Eisenhower players. I mean, it's like they can't say anything. They can't breathe. They can't look at anybody wrong. They can't have any sort of excitement.
I'm the first one to want to defend a ref if they are doing something that is within, the play of the game. But here, this is just a little ridiculous if you're an Eagles fan. This is something that you don't want to see the refs, basically calling the game for another team.
Well, I'll say it. I'm not paid by the refs. This has not been a very well officiated game. I mean, way too many penalties. I think they're way too quick to,
Especially
how many was that? That was 2.
Yeah.
So
and
that's 30 yards.
Yeah, I believe the player, we did have an Eisenhower Eagle. He was ejected from the game. He's walking to the locker room right now. I'm trying to get a number.
Well, he had to have said something. But again, and I don't know what the young man said, and but I don't blame the kids in the Columbia blue and white tonight from being frustrated. It's just been one thing after another, and that pass deflected. Giles trying to get it out into the flat.
To Weaver out there.
And Classen able to get a hand on it. So it's 3rd and 1,000,000 for Eisenhower.
You
Almost
can't help
half
but
the
be
football
frustrated.
field.
As a fan, we're sitting here calling the game, but we're also fans of the game, and you never want to see refs be, for lack of a better term, sensitive on a football field.
They have taken over the game tonight. I mean, it has just been the refs' show tonight. Flags on everything, and that's another pass intended for Weaver. Too high.
You can see the frustration on Eisenhower right now. And we don't blame them for being frustrated, but
no, absolutely
and
not.
Here comes the rain as well.
Oh,
so
good.
just the topping on the
just
cake
in time
here.
for we're running 6 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Shotgun for Amir Giles. Trips to the right, one receiver to the left. He takes the snap, fires. That ball's caught across midfield. He's going to cut it back to the outside, taking it down to the 30. On the way, the 40, 35, out of bounds at the 33.
Davion Brewer with that catch, and that guys is what you got to do. Let your play talk for you on the field, not yourself.
Well, he got the ball out of bounds, so they're going to spot it. Oh, well, yeah, that's right. I forgot. That was fourth down. Yeah, that was 4th down. I forgot. Yeah. Well, he made a heck of an attempt.
Fantastic catch by Brewer there, too. Just, when you're in 4th and a mile, it's kind of hard to make that up.
Yeah, that's right. 3rd down was the pass over the head of the receiver. So the Eagle defense back on the field, 5.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Shotgun snap taken by Classen. He is going to be dragged down. Line of scrimmage at best, possibly half a yard on that play. Good pursuit by Eisenhower.
LaJuan Clark came up with that tackle. Called his name a few times tonight. He's been great for this defense.
I know that Classen is obviously not, on their way to the playoffs, but I've been impressed with Eisenhower's defense tonight. I mean, they've been flying to the football. I mean, and that's just flat effort.
Just
right?
the difference from the game we called last week at Piedmont to this defense is, it seems like they really just have woken up.
Yeah.
And like you said, they're flying to every play. They're not getting too discouraged. Timeout.
Timeout, Northwest Classen. We'll take it with them. This is Eisenhower. You're watching Eisenhower Eagle football, on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Lawton Community Health Center is a place for babies, kids like me, and even teenagers. Nice people are there to help you when you're hurt or you just don't feel good. And even if you do, they give you medicine so you don't get sick and physical so you can play sports. I'm happy to know they'll be there when I need them. And my mom is too.
LCHC, your hometown healthcare.
Welcome back to Eisenhower Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Don't forget to download OSN's free apps found on your Apple and Android devices. Free to download, free to watch. 13 schools in the OSN network, plus OSN 1, which has a lot of really unique and fun programs that you can check out. Search Oklahoma Sports Network in your app store today. Classen drops back to pass. Pass thrown behind the intended receiver. Is that our man? I feel like that's our guy.
I do believe so.
Jordan Jackson. I say our man. Mama, there goes that man again. That's the way in which I meant it. But
I mean,
like you
called
him tonight to do everything.
You know, you've got to go with Jackson.
Oh, he's been all over it. He's done his. He's had a great game.
A little bit of everything.
Yep. Again, our fourth quarter sponsor, the Lawton Firefighters Association, proudly supporting the community they serve every day. The Lawton Firefighters Association, happy to have them on board. Oh, missed tackle for loss by Eisenhower there, but he's not going to get by the second man on at the outside. Taken down after a gain of about 2.
The Eisenhower defense never really got set on that. We had a couple players confused as to where they were supposed to go, so them being able to stop that play was just good.
Yeah, Classen tried to take advantage of that, but not really able to do so.
No. While we're waiting for Classen here, the rain has started to come down. It's not quite as hard as it was in the first quarter when we were talking about it, but it's definitely becoming a nice fall evening here in Oklahoma City.
Yeah. Snap fumbled, and he's unable to get it. That ball is loose. Eisenhower's got it at the 10 and tackled down inside the 10-yard line. Unable to handle the snap was Northwest Classen's quarterback, and he tried to dive on it. He knocked it further. Eisenhower able to be right there, Johnny on the spot, and pick it up, and they've got the ball humming inside the Taco Mayo red zone.
You know, James, that was very reminiscent of Cam Newton in the Super Bowl, where he just kind of stopped the Classen player there. I don't know if he thought he was down, but, you know, their loss, our gain. Let's go Eagles.
Yeah, absolutely. So we got 1st and goal for Eisenhower. Unless they've got him spotted right. It's just right at the 10. Oh, maybe actually it's right about the 12, I guess so. Late substitution into the game on offense for the Eagles. Amir Giles in the shotgun. Tellis Weaver to his left. The give to Weaver right up the gut. Weaver spins inside the 5, down to the 3.
Stumbling, bumbling, almost into the end zone there. If I'm the Eagles, I just hand it right back to him.
Run the exact same play. Classen hasn't demonstrated the ability to shut it down tonight, so if I'm the Eagles, I do it again. There's Tellis Weaver. There's up the middle. He is into the end zone for the touchdown. There is a flag.
I want to say that's for 12 men on the field
for
Classen, because
okay.
I don't think they got their substitution off the field before that ball was snapped.
Okay. Well, I was ready to get excited, but I saw the yellow laundry on the field and didn't know how excited I should get.
James, after everything that's happened tonight,
I tell you what,
we got to be careful.
It's been something. I know.
It's obviously 12 men on the field. I'm not sure why there's a lot of discussion here.
Eisenhower waiting to know if they can celebrate or not another touchdown. I imagine that they would line up and go for 2. 2:47 left in the fourth quarter. That would make it 16, which would make it a 16-point lead, which would make it a 2-possession game. However, we are barreling towards not having nearly enough time to stop them, get the ball back. Although, if they want to keep handing us bad snaps, we'll take those for 10-yard drives.
Still waiting for the official call.
It's on Classen. It's declined. Touchdown is
there. We go.
So touchdown Eisenhower.
Now we can get
touchdown
excited.
Eagles. Touchdown Tellis Weaver. Another touchdown run for him tonight. That's 2 on the evening for Mr. Weaver. And he's just been an absolutely powerful runner tonight. He's got to be nearing 70, 80 yards rushing, if not more than that, I would assume. And they are going to go for 2. They line it up. Amir Giles
Bounces
darts
it
into
out.
the middle. He bounces it out. He's going to try and split the defenders. Does he get in? And they're going to say no, he does not. So a really bouncy athletic play from Amir Giles. Darted towards the middle, thought better of it, sprung it to the right side, tried to get it outside, which he did, just couldn't quite get between those two defenders at the goal line.
It looks like he kind of anticipated that hit, and he didn't want to lose the ball.
Yeah.
But if he would have just extended his left hand just a little bit, I think he could have snuck in there. But ball security is number one, so you can't blame him for not wanting to give that up there.
Yeah. He tried to split him, couldn't quite do it. So more than likely, we're going to see Eisenhower attempt an onside kick right here.
I mean, they've had a lot of practice with him tonight just from Northwest Classen, so let's see our hands team, get this. And
absolutely.
2 minutes and 47 seconds left, down by 18. I've seen stranger things happen in football.
Yeah. Well, as I said earlier, this Eisenhower kickoff brought to you by Wayne's. Some of the best burgers, pizza, steak fingers around, cherry limeades, and sweet teas. Hey, everybody. Let's go to Wayne's. Here comes the onside kick. It is a good one, and Eisenhower is absolutely going to recover it. Hit the Classen player right in the chest, bounced off. Eisenhower gets it. They fall on it, and they're going to have the ball in good field position right around midfield, Wayne.
Like I said, I've seen stranger things happen in 2 minutes and 40 seconds of football, and that was just a lucky bounce for Eisenhower, but we will take those all night.
My only concern is the most success Eisenhower's had on offense tonight thus far is the one thing they really can't afford to do right now. It's one thing when the drive starts at the 10-yard line and you're pretty much first and goal, but with only 2:39 left, I mean,
Giles, I look for him
9, 7, 8 yards in a cloud of dust is just not really Eisenhower. They just don't have time for it, I guess.
No, we've got to get some quick passes. There's going to have to be on either side of the field to try to get out of bounds, stop this clock.
Giles is in the shotguns. We've got trips to his left, a single receiver to the right. We'll see where he decides to go with this football. There's the snap, floats it. Weaver's got it. He cuts back up the middle, breaks a tackle, breaks another one. All sorts of penalty flags all down,
Face
all over
mask.
the field. You're going to have to probably call face mask on that.
Yeah, they grabbed that on. They ripped Weaver's head off.
I was going to
say
say
that 12 times fast.
Yeah, exactly. He gained about 5 yards anyway, but I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely a face mask on Classen, so that's going to be another 15 yards for Eisenhower. So that moves the ball. The ref is walking it down as we speak.
Weaver really had to jump up and catch that ball, and then just fantastic with getting his head down and knowing that he has to get as many yards as he can because of the clock and because of just everything else going on tonight. Just heads-up play by Weaver.
Yeah. So that didn't take too much time off the clock. Well, really, the penalty didn't at all. You've got 2:09 left. Eisenhower's just outside the Classen 30-yard line, looking to get on the board again. What a great kick. Ball went exactly as far as it needed to go. And it hit the Classen kid right in the chest. I don't know if he just wasn't ready for it or what, but
that's exactly what it looked like.
Yeah, but great coverage by the Eagles. They were right where they needed to be, and now a Tellus Weaver run and a personal foul face mask penalty later. We're still above 2 minutes left, and the Eagles have 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line of Classen. Play clock's not running. I don't know. Yeah. What else can the refs do to make this about them tonight? I'm not sure.
It looks like there's confusion on what the game clock should read.
Well, they've moved it from 2:09. Now it's reading 2:20.
And now we're at 2:23.
Now we're back at 2:23, so you were right on the money.
I'll take extra time.
Now the clock runs. Giles takes the snap, drops back. He's under pressure. He floats one into the end zone. That's going to be caught for a big blue touchdown. Eagles.
Number 88. We've called his name a few times tonight, but Davion Brewer comes up huge with a wide open touchdown from Giles. That was just a fantastic ball and a fantastic read by the wide receiver to make sure he turned around to make that reception.
Great concentration out there. The defender was closing, and he high pointed the ball, squeezed it, comes down in the end zone, and Eisenhower is definitely going to go for 2 here to try and make it a 10-point game.
Didn't take hardly any time off the clock with this possession.
They didn't. He's pushing. The pile's being pushed. Not quite. So still a 2-possession game. It was going to be a 2-possession game either way. It just changes the face of what it looks like for Eisenhower to tie. So if they had completed that 2-point conversion attempt, it would have been only a 10-point game. Timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. This is Eisenhower Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Rule number 6, be the truck authority. That's the Billingsley way. At Billingsley, we're proud to offer hundreds of Ford trucks for your selection. And if you know a thing or two about saving money, we bet you know Billingsley.
I'm Grant Billingsley, and that's the Billingsley way.
Tayco Roofing now offers free instant quotes. Just go to TaycoRoofing.com and click free instant quote. Enter your address and click see my price. Roof repair doesn't have to be stressful. Get a free instant quote and trust Tayco.
Welcome back to Eagle Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. During the timeout, they came back a little early. Onside kick, unsuccessful. The kicker just kind of mishit it a little bit, and it bounced up and hit him in the knee. And it was a little bit of a comedy of errors on that, but Classen did recover, and it's a penalty anyway. So they'll either re-kick it, or I guess Classen could decline the penalty. Yeah, they're going to decline it. First down, so the Eagles will be back on defense looking for a big play. Now, if you're Classen, you're not going to be looking to do, I would think, anything outrageous or – of course, what do I know? I've been saying that all night. I keep saying they're going to run the ball, and then they just keep flinging it down the field. So I don't know what.
On a night in which you thought the run game was going to be the biggest part of the game for both teams, it has not.
Yeah. Classen does line up in the I formation. The give is to the fullback. First man through the line, he's going to make it down to the Eisenhower 45-yard line. So he'll pick up 3. Now, I don't remember Eisenhower using up their timeouts in this half. Has Eisenhower even called one?
I don't believe they have.
I know Klassen's called 1 or 2.
2, I believe. Again, we don't really have any markers around the field to tell us how many timeouts there are, so we're just kind of best guesstimate.
Right. So now Eisenhower does. With 1:30 to go, they do call timeouts. So Eisenhower timeouts brought to you by Ace Hardware. Shop at Ace Hardware, 6902 Northwest Cache Road for anything you possibly need to get done outdoors. Ace can take care of you. From lawn and garden to grilling, they've got it all. That's Ace Hardware in Lawton.
While we've got this time, I really want to talk about Weaver tonight for Eisenhower. He has been just one of the brighter spots for our team. And also with Brewer catching that touchdown late. That's 3 touchdowns for Eisenhower today. Just, if they could have avoided a lot of those little penalties and those little stupid mistakes in that first half, I think this game would be even closer than it already is.
Well, they're running the clock, so no play has been run. The clock was stopped at 1:30. Yes, that's the timeout clock. Fooled me again. Now the clock begins to run, so we're down to 1:27. Eisenhower penetrates again on defense, gets in there, and makes the stop. They're going to mark his forward progress at the Eisenhower 44. Something to build on for Ike heading into next weekend's Choctaw. That's not going to be an easy game. You're talking about the defending state champions. So, in Class 6A2.
But you got to say, with the way the defense showed up tonight, and like we've talked about several times, the difference from last week against Piedmont to tonight, the defense has stepped up and played fairly well.
Yeah.
For most of the evening. There's been a few mistakes, but if we can take this into Choctaw, or when Choctaw comes to Lawton next week, you can't count the Eagles out.
No, if the defense fights like they've been fighting tonight, then we might have a chance to make some plays next week as well. So, yeah, again, a reminder, next week, we're last game at Cameron Stadium, and that's going to be a home game versus Choctaw. And then the following week on Friday, the game is at Eisenhower. So the new practice fields and football fields, complete with stands and press box and everything that the city installed for all three high schools, Lawton and MacArthur as well. Eisenhower will have their first game there, the last game of the season against Ulysses S. Grant from up here in the city as well. So,
you know, it's really great that the city of Lawton is investing in our youth sports and giving the teams their own facilities. It adds a little bit of panache to the game and to the teams themselves.
And they're fun to have there. I mean, if you can have games there, I'm not sure why not do it. Classen jumps, unless he was drawn off.
False start.
Yeah, those fields are nice, by the way. They're the field turf with the little black rubber and all that stuff in it, but they're great. I mean, they're really nice, well painted. You know, they look fantastic. So I'm excited to. I mean, it'll be fun. I've always thought it would be fun to watch Eisenhower play on that field back there that has the track around it, and so. Not only do I get to see one, I get to call it as well, so that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's very nice to have an actual home game instead of having to say that you're at Cameron.
Right, yeah, I know. And a little bit of a home field advantage. Minute 18 left. Classen the give. Running back takes it up the middle, and he's banged down after a gain of about 5 on the play. Actually, he just took that ball deeper in the backfield. He only gained about 2. Clock continues to run just outside of a minute.
On that stop there for Eisenhower. We want to make sure we're calling out these kids for their good plays, and like we've said several times, it's something to build off this week. We saw a lot of good things out of Eisenhower, and obviously the penalties and the just miscommunications are something that we hope that we get cleaned up before next week and Choctaw comes to town, but definitely something to build off tonight.
Yeah, and you can't let yourself be your own worst enemy, and I feel like Eisenhower's done that a ton tonight with the penalties. I mean, Wayne and I can't hear inside this press box. Not that we could in any press box, but we can't hear what was said or what was yelled or, I just know it's been a frustrating night for Eisenhower. I imagine the kids are frustrated. Every time they have a little bit of success, they get called for something. Every time they get up and get fired up, they've been called for for this or that or the other. So you got to eliminate it, though. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter a bit.
At the end of the day, the refs are going to call what they want to call.
That's right.
And if we weren't doing those and just playing the game, then I think this game would be a completely different outcome.
Eisenhower flashes in the backfield. Another penetration by the Eisenhower Eagle defense, and I don't know if they have another timeout, but that's going to force a 4th down for Classen. The clock is stopped at 56 seconds, so the Eagles exercise what should be their final timeout of the game. With the rain falling at Taft Stadium, the Eagles are going to get it back with just shy of a minute to go. The clock will stop as the chains move like it does in college, but Eisenhower, albeit a slim one, still a chance in this game.
Baby on
keep
Howard
fighting
on that play, just blowing up.
That's
Classen's
unbelievable.
Line. I mean,
that was unbelievable.
Wow.
I mean, as fast as they've had on some plays tonight, that was the fastest one of the night. I mean, that kid, he took the ball, looked up, and here comes a streaking missile right at him. So that's funny. So Eisenhower stops them on 4th down. Classen just trying to run the clock out, but Ike with the last and final timeout. They're going to get it back. They're, again, don't know what we're really waiting on, but Eisenhower's lined up ready to go. Classen is lined up ready to go. Apparently it's just the officials that were – okay. The white hat moves away from the offensive line, and we appear to be ready to get this game. Oh, they were fixing the clock. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they put 1:06 back on the clock, so the Eagles gained 10 seconds, which, again, we won't complain about. Giles is going to roll around to his right. He's got a man, and that ball is caught in bounds. Down to the 10-yard line. Eisenhower out of bounds. 10 seconds only off the clock, and they've got another 1st and goal, do the Eagles.
Davian Brewer with that catch. He was the gentleman that caught the touchdown on the last drive, so he's woken up in this second half.
This is something else.
This is fun, James.
This is fun. I agree. Giles in the shotgun snap. There's Weaver. He breaks it in the inside. Big fella takes it down to the line. Now,
the ball did come out.
The ball did come out.
What are they going to rule him down?
They're ruling Eisenhower down. The clock has stopped temporarily. Tellis Weaver almost to the end zone. He's going to gain 9 on that play. Another 9 yards rushing for Weaver. The give up the middle. Is he in? Touchdown, Eagles!
For the 3rd time tonight, Weaver dices up the Classen defense and gets another touchdown. This kid is phenomenal.
So just literally minutes ago, I know everyone says literally about everything. Minutes ago, Eisenhower trailed 32-14, and now with 38 seconds left in the game, they trail by only 6, looking to make it 4 right here. The give, Giles up the middle. He scoots in. The 2-point conversion is good, and the Eagles trail by only 4 with 38 seconds left to play. Timeout on the field. This is Big Blue Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Tech Solutions is your dependable contractor for heating, AC, and electrical services for your home or business. They're the ones to rely on with over 30 years experience, and they are 100% locally owned and operated. They see to it to take care of your comfort, offering everything from insulation to maintenance and servicing all brands in the greater Southwest Oklahoma area. Make sure you see them first for all your HVAC and electrical needs. Give them a call today, 580-919-0328. That's 580-919-0328.
Welcome back. This is Eisenhower Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We are about to see if Eisenhower can have one more miracle tonight. They're going to see if they can get the onside kick. It's that or bust. If it's – oh, okay.
Changing which hash mark is
Kicker's going to switch
from
the hash.
it.
Yeah, switch the hash. Eagles are out of timeout, so if they don't recover this right here, then that's pretty much all she wrote. Unless there's a fumble in the backfield, like I will just stick with what Wayne's been saying all night. Stranger things have happened. Ball has to go 10 yards. This is going to be a great effort, and the Eisenhower Eagles recover the onside kick.
Let's go,
What an
Eagles.
unbelievable kick. Perfectly executed.
32 seconds left. I told you, with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in this game, that
This
I have
is
seen
unreal.
weirder things happen in football,
This
and
is
here
unbelievable. This is actually unbelievable. I mean, we have seen some of the best special teams kicking from both teams, I might add, tonight. Klassen's been outstanding in that category as well. But when they're down and out and really needed one, what a great, as bad as his last one was, that one was unreal. I mean, perfectly from the hash. I mean, they were just rolling, and, you know, the Classen players, we can hear their coaches yelling from the press box next to us, you know, for them to scoot up and go after the ball, and they just kind of didn't. It bounced and went the 10 yards, but then it bounced backwards, which I don't even know how you do that as a kicker. I mean, it's bouncing forwards. It goes the 10 yards and then stops, reverses course, and just goes right back to the Eagle coverage guys who were there to make the recovery. And
I certainly wish I could hit my irons and get a ball to draw
yeah,
like
right.
that from the
It
fairway
did. It checked up.
as the Eisenhower kicker did
It
there. That was
checked
just
up like a
beautiful.
9-iron. You're right. Yes, believe me, if I've ever done that, it's because of It was a pure accident, but no, for real. Giles in the shotgun. Why is the clock running? He's got a man caught and out of bounds. Okay, there you go. That was, I don't know.
Number 13, Williams, one of Giles' favorite targets tonight, was able to get out of bounds and stop the clock with 28 seconds left.
So there still is 28 seconds left. That's, timeout clock. The clock operator and I are going to have a word after this broadcast. Giles in the shotgun. Again, the Eagles sideline waiting in anticipation. Incomplete pass to the right.
Flag on the near side of the field.
That's a little high for the receiver.
They're going to try to call holding on Eisenhower.
Yeah, they're going to call. That's a false start on Ike. So clock stop, 24 seconds. The Eagles are going to be moved back. Did they call a hold?
That's what he was.
Oh, no. They're going
to
huddle. They walked back way too far. So the Eagles have the ball at the 45-yard line, looking at 1st and 15 after that last pass play.
Take your time here. Let the play develop.
Giles in the shotgun. Fires the pass. He's got another one on the sideline. Short gain, about 6 yards, but
Williams
the most important part, out of bounds.
Stops the clock. 20 seconds left here in Oklahoma City. The Eagles. Who are these guys right now? That's all I want to say. They are playing lights out.
Northwest Classen on senior night. What not 15 minutes ago looked like a ho-hum nice, we're going to cruise to a victory, has all of a sudden been sabotaged by Amir Giles. He's up the sideline, tiptoeing. Did he stay in bounds and pick up the first down? Let's see where the officials mark him out. That's on the far sideline from us.
Still waiting for the official call.
Doesn't look like he got a whole lot, to be honest.
No.
It looks like they said he stepped out right around the original line of scrimmage. So 3rd down at about 7 for Eisenhower. 14 seconds left. They're going to have to put the ball in the air right here, Wayne.
Let's see if he wants to go to Williams, the guy he's been throwing to all evening.
Eagles get their shift right. Here's a pass deep down the left side. Oh, that ball. There's a flag on the play, and they're going to get Northwest Classen for pass interference. It's exactly what it's going to be. The receiver or the defender never really turned around.
8 seconds.
I'd be shocked if there's anything else. Yeah, 8 seconds left on this 4th quarter clock. And that's going to be an extra 15 yards from about the 37 before the play. So if they...
It's going to be within the 20 at least.
I was going to say, with 8 seconds, you might have two plays.
Maybe, yes. If you want to get a quick out and see if you can get even closer, or you got 2 shots at the end zone at this point for Giles.
So the refs are, well, does he have the ball?
Yeah, he's got the ball.
He does have the ball.
He's trying to mark it off and mark it down.
Okay, got it.
So the 23-yard line?
23 is what it looks like.
But still, 2 shots at the end zone.
Trips left for Eisenhower. Single receiver right. Tellis Weaver in the backfield with Amir Giles. Do we have a little bit of magic left, Eagle fans? We're about to find out. Giles takes the snap. He's looking. He's got to roll. He's got to get rid of it. He does. Out of bounds. Out of bounds with 3 seconds left. A gain of about 4 on the play. That gives Amir Giles and this Eisenhower offense one more chance into the end zone.
Classen played that as good as you can. Giles had no one open downfield. Thankfully, Weaver jumped out and was able to get at least a few yards on that. And it all comes down to this with 3 seconds left, down by 4. What can Eisenhower do here?
So Wayne set the stage for you, and we're about to see it play out. 3 seconds left for the first win of the season. 1 toss into the end zone. He does indeed toss it. They turn around. Oh! And it's knocked down, knocked away by Northwest Classen. Good play by defense and an absolute heartbreaking loss for the Eisenhower Eagles.
As heartbreaking as tonight is for that to happen, what we saw just even 4 or 5 minutes ago when we were down by 16, for our guys to sit there and come back and only lose by 4 and have a shot there at the end, Eisenhower has to be not happy with the penalties and the sloppy play, but the last quarter of this game was the best I've seen these Eagles play this entire season.
Absolutely. So the teams are going to meet at midfield and shake hands. We'll take a timeout. This is Eisenhower football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Home Tech Solutions is your dependable contractor for heating, AC, and electrical services for your home or business. They're the ones to rely on with over 30 years experience, and they are 100% locally owned and operated. They see to it to take care of your comfort, offering everything from insulation to maintenance and servicing all brands in the greater Southwest Oklahoma area. Make sure you see them first for all your HVAC and electrical needs. Give them a call today, 580-919-0328. That's 580-919-0328.
Welcome back to Eisenhower football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. And if you just tuned in for the last 5 minutes of that game, you saw something pretty amazing. The first half, we talked about at halftime, a little sloppy, some missed opportunities, some penalties that led to missed opportunities for the Eagles. But listen, we said it at Piedmont last week. These kids play hard. They didn't quit. They didn't quit tonight. And just what a comeback. Comes up a little bit short.
You got to give it to the Eagles. Tonight, again, like we were talking in the break before we came back, the most complete I've seen this team play, and even just in this fourth quarter, not even the 3 quarters before that, but this fourth quarter, Eisenhower came out like a different team.
They absolutely did. So credit to Coach Matthews and his staff. Almost a miracle at Taft Stadium for the Eisenhower Eagles tonight. So remember, a reminder, for next Friday, we are at Cameron Stadium, nestled in the heart of beautiful Lawton, Oklahoma, to watch the defending 6A2 state champion Choctaw squad that is having another solid year. Eisenhower will take them on next week, and then our last game of the year, the following Friday, will be at Eisenhower's Field over on the west side of town, which will be very, very cool. Don't forget to like, share, and follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram and X. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Find us online at oksportsnet.com, and you can find those in your Android App Store or your Apple iTunes Store as well. So, again, we almost witnessed a miracle here. It would have been the miracle of Taft Stadium, but Eisenhower comes up a little bit short tonight on the road at Northwest Classen. 32-28, your final. For our amazing cameraman, Nathan Davis, for our fine producer, Braden Rogers, Wayne White to my left. My name's James Stanley. Thank you so much for joining us for Friday Night Football, Eisenhower football, Big Blue football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Thanks for watching this